Hey, welcome back. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Band of Badgers. This is our Friday night game. It's our Eberron, Rising from the Last War. This will be the Forgotten Relics starter campaign, I guess we call it, from the Beadle & Grimm's Gold Edition. Unfortunately, we are on lockdown, so we don't get to use all the cool little handouts and bits and pieces that come with that box set, unfortunately. So I've got PowerPoint running at the moment, and we'll get to see at least some of them. This will be our fifth session. We're sort of nearing the end now of the starter campaign, so we'll see what happens after this. And our last session, we did finish on a cliffhanger. We'd rolled initiative, and we're about to go into the fight with Gara on the lightning rail, and we'll get past that in a moment. In the meantime, over to Kingsman for some announcements and sponsors.
Cool. Thank you very much, Dave. Well, yes, we are Band of Badgers. We are a tabletop role-playing club based in the heart of Sussex, here in the UK. We've got over 50 kind of really real members, and once a month we meet in a big mansion and play D&D. However, it's locked down in the UK, which means we can't. So we've taken our games online, and we've been doing short, silly kind of little campaigns just to kind of mix up the teams a little bit, mix up the tables, and at least everyone gets a nice, healthy, and happy dose of D&D. You'll see some logos at the bottom of the screen. Those are some of our collaborators. Do check them out. They are 3D&D, Ed's Gaming Emporium, Dungeon Fog, Gale Force 9, and of course Eldritch Foundry. You'll see some of our Dungeon Fog maps later on in the session as we go through. But in the descriptions below, if you're watching this on YouTube, our pre-recorded session, in the descriptions below you'll find a load of links and some discount codes. However, if you're watching this live on Twitch, we'll start putting some items in chat for you, so you can keep an eye on that. Other than that, fantastic. Stay in touch. Check us out on Facebook. Enjoy the story. This could be, I think, a finale. It could be a TPK. So let's find out. And also, if you're watching this on Twitch, you'll notice down your left-hand side of the screen there is a D&D Beyond B icon. If you click on that, if you're watching it on a tablet or monitor, computer, whatever, don't go tapping your TV. It won't work. But if you click that, you'll see all our characters and all our stats and stuff if you want to be nosy. Other than that, enjoy. See you the other side.
Hey, thank you. So there was a YouTube video that popped up the other day, actually, on my stream. It was called "I TPK'd my party, and this is why it's good." So that may be something to make you feel better with pushing later.
Something to aim for.
Right. Okay. So as I said, when we left off last time, you'd managed to successfully get onto Lightning Rails. It left the station in the Terminus district of Sharm, where your quarry, the half-ogre Gara, had a ticket to Rote, which is the capital of Breland. You had to intercept the train by 3 p.m. before it left, and therefore you forewent any rests, any recovery. So you are out of spells, quite low on hit points, and it's a raggedy end to the campaign. But you did manage to catch the train. You did manage to successfully break the door down eventually, made your way through the carriages to the carriage where Gara was located.
Gara's boot.
Gara's boot.
It says loot. Sorry.
It is Gara's boot on the loot.
I'm not sure what he's doing there. He's got it's lead. He's got a bit of a red loincloth. His hand is just getting ready to lift it up. I think it's a bit of a dodgy.
It's trying to lure you in. Trying to appeal to the senses.
It's a nonchalant stance of somebody who isn't that concerned by what she sees in front of her, obviously. But yes, that's the loot that her boot is resting on. That's what you've been after. So we go into the fight. So there's Gara. She is a female half ogre brandishing a large axe, and is accompanied by an ogre. And you can see round the ogre's neck is hanging what appears to be the forearm of a warforged. So this is probably the individual that executed the warforged back in the excavation pit, yesterday for your characters, and it was session 2 that you discovered that as players. So this is definitely the people that you're after. So if we tab across into Dungeon Fog.
Dungeon Fog.
I recognise her. She's the new main character in The Last of Us 2, isn't she? Bit of a controversial joke there, but we'll get started on the right foot.
Okay, so you find yourselves in the final carriage, the first class carriage of the electric rail to Rote. And as I say, standing before you is an ogre and Gara and a chest. We rolled initiative last time, and first up is Radic. What do you want to do?
No, I forgot about the whole initiative roll last time. Well, seeing how Redick is clearly ready to tackle anything, I am going to grasp.
And so that everybody remembers, I will go through the entire initiative order so you can all prepare yourself. So Radic was first, Kingsman is second, Jocelyn is third, Godric is fourth, and then I'm bringing up the rear. So Radic.
Well, I'm going to take grasp of the battle axe that I've still borrowed off Jocelyn, because I'm keeping that safe as I lost mine. And I'm going to head straight to the ogre and kind of go up and swing straight down on him. I'm pretty ready for this, so I'm going to go straight in for a two-handed attack.
Hey, go for it.
So I hit with a 21.
That'll be a hit.
It's not critical, unfortunately. It's two-handed, so I've come down on him with a 11 to start.
$11 points of damage. Okay, so a meaty overhand chop takes a fair sized chunk out of his bicep. This is the warm-up round, This is just making him angry.
Good.
Anything else you'd like to do?
No, I'm just going to kind of prepare myself for what's coming on. But
not the face.
just kind of picture me with like a. All right. Look at me.
I'm worried.
Regret.
I'm ready.
Okay, right. So 11 points of damage. You've drawn first blood. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I'm proud of myself.
Kingsman, you're next.
I am gonna back up Radic straight away. I'm gonna run towards the chest, just get south of the ogre. Yep, and swing for it.
Go for it.
I'm using my D&D Beyond dice. 21
is a hit.
Here we go. I've still poo. 9. I rolled a 1 and a 4.
Yeah. Well, you get to re-roll a 1, don't you?
Oh, do I? Okay then.
Do you have Great Weapon Mastery? Don't you?
Yeah, I do. Oh no, isn't that when you score critical hit melee? No.
Only critical hits?
Yep.
Okay.
When you score a critical hit with a melee weapon or reduce a creature to 0 hit points with 1, you can make 1 additional melee weapon attack as a bonus action.
Okay. Right.
So it's 9 points of damage.
Okie dokie. So you take another slice out of his other bicep. He's hit. He's bleeding. Combat started.
How about we just remove the biceps on both arms?
And run away till he gets an infection and dies 3 weeks later.
I was going to say he won't be able to use his arms, but
he does have quite big teeth, though.
He does have quite big teeth.
Oh, teeth! I thought he said cheeks. I was like, yeah, it's got big cheeks. Yeah, big enough.
Okay, anything else you'd like to do? Don't forget the description of your sword is that it is a flame at the moment.
A flame.
Oh, okay. Fine.
Okay. Jocelyn, your turn.
Can I walk forward 10 feet to try and form more of a barrier between everyone and Godric because he's a bit squishy?
I'm a
Sorry.
little bit squishy.
You'd like to go there?
Yeah, and I want to cast command on the ogre.
Okay.
Ooh.
Right. Sorry, 2 seconds.
Oh, DM's cheating again.
Yeah, the DM is cheating. Is that a possible thing to happen?
Yeah. It's corresponding.
Is
I was saying goodnight to Litland.
Synchronizing like courier drop-offs at our front doors or something.
Litland's a weird name for that kind of creature. The Litland.
The beer assistant. He's going to bed, so I was saying goodnight.
Oh.
Right, so you want to cast command on the ogre. So that's a wisdom saving throw for me. What's your DC, please, Jocelyn?
It's on there.
Should be in your
spell
spells
page.
page.
I am looking. I'm just getting a tail in the face. 13.
Okay, so I rolled 14 on the dice, but unfortunately an ogre has a wisdom of -2. So that means I fail.
Cool.
Nice one, Justin.
So what do you wish to command me to do?
I want you to go and attack Gara.
That's not... the spell isn't as powerful as you can do that. So there's
want
5
you-
things you can
Mundane
do.
tasks, isn't
I
it?
want you to go and stand in the corner next to Gara.
And dribble.
I'm a very naughty
So
boy.
on the spell description, I think there's it tells you what you can say, doesn't it? Hang on. So you can tell me to approach, tell me to drop, tell me to flee, tell me to grovel, tell me to stop.
If I tell you to flee out the carriage, will you go and hurt the other passengers? Potentially.
It would just so the target spends its turn moving away from you by the fastest available means. So it won't put itself in danger, but it will run as fast as it can.
Just
that
a
one
side
And
note.
if I tell you to drop your club, does that mean that you will do less damage in the future?
It means I won't be armed. Yeah, so I'd have to spend my action picking it up.
Drop
Is
it.
it only one thing though, isn't it? You can't tell him to flee and drop his club, can you?
I'd rather have him drop
Yeah.
the club because that would be a more
Jocelyn,
annoying thing.
Jocelyn,
Yes.
if you look at the Twitch chat, they are trying to help you.
I can't see the Twitch chat because I have
They are trying to help you.
They're saying make him go prone. Grovel is prone. If he's prone, you get advantage.
Yeah. Tell him to take a knee.
Just
Basically.
tell him to
Yeah,
grovel.
tell him to take a knee.
Bravo.
Okay, so he begins to kneel on the floor and grovel and become prone and make "we are not worthy" gestures in your direction. So yes, they are correct in Twitch chat that he's now prone, and you will get advantage to your next attacks before his
Hey,
next.
thank you, Cap.
Good one,
Cap
chat there.
2016. Lol.
Winners.
Yeah. Was it Cat 2016 lol?
Use a bonus action as well.
You can use a bonus action, yeah, and you've moved. You've still got some movement left because he is now prone. You can leave his area of threat and not have an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, stay here.
Okay.
Can I cast Wrathful Smite though?
Yes, that's another first level spell, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine. But you will need to attack on your next turn to be able to not lose that spell.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's your turn over. Godric, you're up.
I'm going to move down to the bottom right-hand corner of the car.
Okay.
And once I am there, I shall cast Firebolt at the ogre, but I don't get advantage, do I? Because it's a ranged attack, isn't it?
You get a disadvantage because the creature is prone and you're doing a range attack.
Oh no.
Yeah, but it's not. I'm not right up to him, so it's more than 5 feet away. So as long as I'm more than 5 feet away, I believe it's okay.
No, you get disadvantage for prone creatures when you're doing ranged attack.
Okay, in that case, what I'll do is I'll step in between Kingsman and Riddick, and I will cast Toll the Dead on him.
Boing.
Which,
That's-
even though it's ranged, I think you can do it close up, can't you? I think.
No, if it's a ranged
No?
spell attack, it's with disadvantage because he's prone. If it's a melee attack or a touch spell attack, then you would have advantage.
Okay, well, instead then, I shall just stab him.
Okay, or you
With a
can
dagger.
shoot. You can shoot Gara.
Yeah, I just didn't know whether we should get rid of this guy first. You know what I mean? Try and get rid of him first as quickly as possible, because it's better to be taking on less people.
Okay,
But no, okay then. Yeah, all right. I'll stay where I am. But I'll shoot her.
so between Kingsman and Relic.
Yeah, I've got spell sniper, so I won't be taking any disadvantages or anything. Is it all right? Can I cast anything then, or is there going to be a limit on what I can actually cast?
No, you can cast whatever you like as long as, as long as you've got the spell slots for it. So I think you're out of spell
No,
slots.
yeah, I'm just gonna. It's just a cantrip.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'll do. I don't think it'll matter actually if I do that, will it? Because no, she's too close anyway. Was going to do Ray of Frost to slow her down, but she's so close to us, I don't think it'll matter anyway. So I'll do Firebolt if that's okay.
Yep, go for it.
And that hits an armor class of 17.
Yep, that hits.
And that is 1d10 damage. And that is 8 damage.
Okay, so you hurl a bolt of fire across the room at the fireplace where she's standing in front of. It hits and does damage. So she didn't like that at all. She was now also starting to get angry.
Has she got a golf club in her hand?
She's got a large axe, as you saw in the PowerPoint presentation.
Kind of looks a bit like an oversized golf club, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
Is she a character? The artwork, is she just a character you found, or is that a Beadle and Grimm encounter, or is it from the book?
It's from the book.
All right.
So Gara is a character from the Forgotten Relics adventure, and the artwork is in the Eberron book, I believe.
Okay.
But obviously, yeah, you get the card and everything in the box set.
Cool.
Right, what was I going to say? Right, you've done D10 damage, Jeff. I spotted something in the player's handbook yesterday. If you want to go and check it,
Oh,
but I'm sure I read in the player's handbook that Firebolt does D12 damage. So I don't know if you want to.
no, in D&D Beyond, it's only D10.
Yeah, but go and check it in the player's handbook.
Really?
Yeah,
That's a bit... Can we put an official complaint?
unless I'm wrong. I was reading a lot
No,
of
it's all
spells.
right. I'll do a quick...
I'm having a quick go.
Spells... Okay, it doesn't actually come up in spells on D&D Beyond. Has anyone got the actual player's handbook?
I've got it in front of me. Hopefully it's.
What?
Ba-ba-ba.
Doesn't
Was it
exist in
Firebolt?
Beyond. Yeah,
Firebolt,
Firebolt.
Firebolt. On a hit, the target does take 1d10.
Okay, so that's 1d10. Not well. I was obviously reading something else at the same time.
2d10 at 5th level.
Yeah. Okay, all right. Thank you for checking that. I didn't want you to be left short.
No, that's cool.
Okay, my turn. So Gara is up first. So she is going to move up and attack with her battle axe. So she is going to move into the space next to you, Jocelyn, because you're the easiest person to reach. She will raise her battle axe and swing it down with a two-handed overhead chop and hit armor class 15.
I've got armor class 18.
Yeah, gotta be a miss.
Did you say you've got armor class 15?
18.
18, so that unfortunately is a miss. He swings down, but it grazes off the shoulder of your armor, causing a shower of sparks across the room, but otherwise you take no damage. Okay, she grunts at you in anger, looks down at the ogre and commands, get your feet and attack. And that's her go over. The ogre unfortunately continues to grovel, continues to obey your command until your turn, Jocelyn. So next up is Relic, followed by Kingsman.
So right now, the ogre is pretty, docile on the floor, right? It's not doing anything. No, I'm going to continue to kind of hack away with the with my two-hander. The first one we kind of went on, and now it's kind of falling down to the ground.
Yeah. As soon as Jocelyn gets hit, she's going to lose her concentration on it.
Yeah. Well, she's not though. Take advantage. You know what I mean? And it is advantage to roll with, isn't it? It's fine. Oh, I hit with a 14 on the first one, but you said it's advantage, right?
It's with advantage, yes.
Yeah, so 20 on the one, yay. Non-critical 20, unfortunately.
Okay, yeah, it's a hit. The 14 was a hit anyway, but it's still a hit.
A big hitbox. I hit with the 7 with that one.
Okay, so you strike down at the exposed back of the ogre, scoring a nice line. Not as meaty a hit as you did before, but yeah, it's still doing some damage. You're wearing him away. However, that snaps him out of his grovelling, and he stares up at you angrily and grips his club even tighter than before. He can't make any actions until his go, but he's no longer grovelling.
Sorry, I shall
he's still prone though.
Teeth.
Anything else you want to do?
Now just growling back at him, to be honest with you.
Okay, so Kingsman, it's your turn.
Yeah, I will attack him while we've got advantage on it.
Yep, go for it.
We've got a 19 and a 13.
Okay, so they both hit, but roll your damage.
Damage is another 9.
Number 9.
I've only got the one attack.
Okay, so you also score a line across his exposed back.
Okay.
Anything else you'd like to do?
No, I'm impressed that my sword is on fire.
Yep.
But I've that's all I can do. I'm out of spell slots. I'm out of everything. I'm really just so I can't even do Divine Smite on him. But so yeah, my turn is over.
Okay. Okay, Jocelyn, you are next, followed by Godric.
How wounded is the ogre at the moment?
He's got a couple of hits. He's got 2 wounds on the upper arms. So he's got 2 wounds across his back. He does still appear more angry than damaged, though.
I will attack the ogre with my spear, seeing as I do not have a battle axe anymore.
Thanks.
What happened to that then?
Let's not talk about it. Let's not talk about it.
I heard it's on loan somewhere.
Really? Think I'll ever get it back?
Create just an attack.
I got a 19.
19 hits.
Yeah. I got a 10, but I need to roll another for the Wrathful Smite, so 13 with the Wrathful Strike as well.
13 damage.
Yes.
Okay, so you strike down with your spear. The divine energy erupts from the tip, as you stab it down into his shoulder blade, causing the radiant energy to strike out across his exposed back. Wound almost explodes apart as you strike down. That was a fair amount of damage, and he definitely felt that as the arm that he was slowly starting to use to rise up sort of crumples under him, and he goes back down to one knee again. Godric, your turn.
I'm gonna shoot her again, I believe.
Okie dokie. Roll hit for me then, please.
And I shall roll. I'm gonna do firebolt again.
Yep.
And that is armor class 20. Not a natural 20. That's 13 plus 7.
Yep, that hits.
And that does 7 damage.
Okay. So you launch another ball of fire across the room, and it strikes again just as accurately as the previous one did. So 2 matching marks of soot across the hide armor she's wearing.
Pew 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 pew.
Anything else?
Yeah, in
you'd
fact,
like
yeah.
to-
Whenever I cast firebolt, Steve, I always do my hand in a gun shape and go pew like that, and that's the magic word, pew.
That's the command word, is it?
Yeah. No, I'll yes, sorry. I'll move round to the other side of Justin.
Okie
If that's
dokie.
okay.
Yep. Okay.
Give her some words of encouragement. Go on, Jocelyn. You could do it.
Okay, my turn. The ogre stands up, and he stands to his full height, towering over everyone apart from Kingsman's sword. And he grips the club in a 2-handed sort of baseball bat type grip that he's got, and he's going to swing at you, Jocelyn, for making him do something that he's never done before in his life, which is grovel to another humanoid being. So he will swing down with the great club, hitting armor class 22. So he connects squarely with your midriff, and you take roll crap damage all the time. 8 points of damage.
Yeah, that's
Thank
good
God
damage,
for
dude.
crap rolling.
I get a shout for crap rolls.
Yeah.
He bends down a bit and growls in your direction. You can smell the fetid breath as it washes over you. So that's his go. And then Gara is also going to take a swing at you with her axe. That's 18 on the dice. I think she gets +4.
Bloody hell. 22.
That's 23 to hit.
Oh, 23.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
And that's 9 points of damage from her. And again, she sort of hisses in your direction, not quite as fetid breath as a full ogre from a half ogre, but yeah, she's displaying a discontent with you. Jeff,
Yo.
you feel what's your armor class?
13.
You feel a breeze past your shoulder, sort of a breath of air.
Can I maybe do a what would it be, a perception check to see if I can tell what it was or where it came from?
Yep, you can. So make a perception check for me, please.
That is an 18 on the dice.
So you think, you get the impression, sort of the hackles on your arms and the hairs on the back of your neck are standing on end. You feel there's something around you, something in the vicinity, and that breath of air felt like an attack that just missed.
Okay.
And it was coming from behind.
Okay, it's not my go, so I can't do anything. So I'll try and remember that for when it is my go.
Yep. Right, sorry, Gara, I forgot to move her. She's going to move there. So that's her go over. That's my go complete. So we're at the top of the round, Radic, and then Kingsman, please.
Radek's going to do what he does best. Of course, the ogre is now kind of more lean towards Jocelyn, so I'm going to take the opportunity to continue to whack down at him with a two-handed strike, and using one of my superiority dice, I'm going to go for a precision strike as well.
Okay.
Should add hopefully a 1d8 to it. Hoping for the 8. Hoping for the 8. I've rolled a non-critical 25 to hit.
That is a hit.
I was hoping to do something just as amazing with the actual damage as well. Oh, so the 13 damage, and then I plus the 1d8 from my superiority roll, which is a 2. So I come down with a 15 on the ogre.
15. So a massive strike down, two-handed. That really does take a bite out of him, and he's starting to look a little weary. Still angry. Adrenaline's still going, still keeping him strong, but he's definitely taken a few debilitating hits now.
Can I also, while doing that, kind of try and get his attention so he attacks me next instead of Jocelyn?
Yeah.
Some kind of intimidation type. Yeah, look how fat you are, you prick. Something like that. Take him out. Yeah, exactly. So I'm trying to get more myself, really. Do you want to roll anything?
But if I die, you can keep my axe. So.
In that case, I'm going to leave it over to
Silver lining.
Right, go on, roll play out then, Matt.
Okay. Look at me, you filthy green piece of... And I'm going to whack him at that point. And that's kind of what I do with him.
Right, roll me an intimidation check then, please.
Intimidation. I can do that for you. Intimidation, I'm dwarf 8.
Yeah, he just sort of looks down at you from his vastly superior height, and he sort of, a bit of a wry smile, and he just nonchalantly kicks out his right leg in your direction, just dismissing you for the annoying gnat that you're currently being.
So at this point, I'm just going to throw it myself. Look at me, God damn it!
So unfortunately, that didn't work. But yeah, good try.
Thank you. Sorry, Joss.
You tried.
I'll try to be more angry next time. That's my goal.
By climbing him and just gouging his eyes out.
That's next round.
You don't care.
Right. Anything else you'd like to try?
No, that's it. Good luck, Kingsman.
Okay. Kingsman, you're up.
Okay.
Followed by Jocelyn.
Same again. We are going to try to... Oh, natural 20! So we've been talking in the Twitch live chat about it'd be really good to have the dice rolls as part of the D&D Beyond Twitch overlay, so people can see our hit points going down. But if they could see us do like a natural 20, that's what we want. So he's hit for 26.
Yeah, you hit.
And 12 damage.
12 damage.
So that's
okay.
Are we doing doubles? So 24 in total?
Yeah. You just roll all the dice, double the dice, then add your bonuses.
So you don't want to do... So if I do just another 2d6 on D&D Beyond, yeah?
No. So you roll the dice.
I got 12 damage, yeah.
But was that with your bonus?
It was. So it's...
Okay, so you take the bonus off, just double the dice, then add the bonus back on.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, so it's 5 and a 3, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yep, double to 16.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20 damage.
20 damage. Okay.
Nice.
You thrust forward with your great sword, and you skewer him straight through the middle, pinning his kidney. He really did not like that, and the attention that he was focusing on Jocelyn, he's now directed towards you. You've really hurt him, and you can see now as blood pouring from his mouth. He's looking worn down by these various different wounds that he's taken, and he hasn't really had the opportunity yet to lash back out and do any real damage of his own. But you've managed to knock him down. He's not quite out yet, but he's very low.
Good.
Okay, Jocelyn, you're up.
I want to just attack the ogre. I want to minimize the risk of me getting smashed.
Okay.
Good shot.
Don't do shots.
I've got a 9, so I don't think that's going to work.
A 9 unfortunately does miss. They haven't got very high armor class, but yeah, not that low. So you overcompensate for the fact that he's leant away towards a little away from you towards Kingsman, and you unfortunately swing wide and miss. So that's your go over. Godric.
At least he's not looking at me.
I am going to, not in any particular order, but I'm going to say something and attack.
Okay.
So I'm going to say to the group, I just felt like something missed me narrowly. Like, just a short sort of, crap, something just missed me. I think there's something else in the room. And then I'm going to, I'll shoot the ogre. I'll take a step to the north to stand next to the table.
Yeah.
And then I'll shoot the ogre, if that's okay.
Yep.
And I'll do a firebolt. And that is 12 plus 7 hits an armor class 19.
That hits. Roll damage, please.
And that is 8 damage again.
Okay. So I've been teaching the middle one this week. We've been playing Battlefront, and he always steals my kills because he plays as a Jedi. So I've been teaching about people that steal other people's kills. So how do you?
How glorious they are!
They're glory hunters. Exactly right.
What is this?
Don't forget, Steve. It was pew.
So Godric, how would you like to do it?
Well, I just take a step back, and then I literally look like a Western gunslinger, and I pull my finger out my pocket and go pew, and then just watch him burn.
Okay, so you reach inside your cloak and you pull your finger out, pew, and a firebolt shoots across the room, hitting the ogre square in the back of the head, and he goes down in a lifeless heap to the floor. Club released from his hand, it rolls across, bumping into the side of the carriage. So yes, he's
can't wait until I get 2 attacks, Steve. I'll be pew pew. It's such a shame you can't put extra points into cantrips to make them better, sort of thing. Because I just have a character concept now of just putting everything into cantrips just to make them really powerful.
That would be an interesting homebrew style to do it, wouldn't it? If you had a D20 system that allowed you to spend points, and instead of spending points to get higher level spells, you just take them and Uber on the one cantrip that you had.
End up having firebolt doing 5d10 damage or something stupid. Yeah, that'd be brilliant.
To the noise of pew.
Pew.
50 damage.
I'm copywriting that sound effect, by the way.
I don't think you can copyright that one.
Right. Anything else you want to do?
I will. No. I'll
jump up on the desk.
I was gonna say I might jump up on the desk, but I'm not too sure.
Go on, go.
Because I've only used 5 feet of my movement, haven't I?
You have, yes.
Yeah. All right, then I'll climb on that desk behind Jocelyn.
Just there.
Yeah, that will do.
Okay. Right, so ogre's down. Gara picks up this chest, throws it out of the window.
What? But that's what had all our treasure in it.
And for giving me cover as well.
Stealth.
Cow.
So that's her action. She then moves back behind the cover of the chairs. Back to
Do
the
we get attack
fireplace.
of opportunity?
You do. You and Jocelyn do get attack of
Is she
opportunity.
cold?
She's gone to the fire.
She's opened a window now, yeah.
Was a mistake. It's not piercer. Well, that's number one card.
So do we still roll to hit?
Yep, you roll to hit. Yep.
Boom.
Yeah, it's not a free hit.
Just checking. 23 to hit
Yep, 23 hits.
and 11 damage.
11 damage. Okay, so as she turns away to move back towards the fire, you manage to get a pretty meaty slice across her back. Jocelyn?
15.
15, I think hits. Yes, it does.
And 10 damage.
10 damage. So again, you almost match Kingsman strike for strike there. She's looking pretty injured. Okay. 22, Godric. That's a hit on you, isn't it?
Yeah, that hits. Yeah.
Okay, so you feel a sharp stabbing pain in your side. And you take 14 points of damage.
Jesus Christ.
As a fey creature appears next to you, brandishing the sword that now is sticking out of your side. So it was invisible before. That was the sort of the breath of the blade as it passed close to your neck last round. Managed to connect this round.
Okie dokie. Well, that's I'm rather injured. I let out a very big scream of "ow," but I don't actually go down. It's just that
You got one hit point left.
Yeah, I've got one bloody hit point.
Right, top of the round, Radic, followed by Kingsman.
Plenty.
Sorry, I didn't hear that, Matt.
Well, I'm pretty. Well, I'm wondering why she threw the thing out the train. To be honest with you, so say that again. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, sorry. I was going to twist you off that plane. I could hear you back. I was like, what was that?
Put it on mute. You got
it is now.
You
completely threw me out. I was
you're talking to Steve's questions from 10 seconds ago.
Yeah.
You're caught in a loop.
Exactly what I was doing. No, yeah, I was saying I'm pretty interested as to why she threw the relics outside the sky route. So it's like, are we going to chase them, or are they the relics, or are we fighting her, or? I'm really confused. So what? He just turns around and heads towards the Fae. He's like,
I'm not tempted to jump out the window.
I'm always tempted to jump on things, you know that.
I do like you to give you the opportunity to jump off and out of things, because I know you do enjoy doing that.
Right, I'm a very springy dwarf. We jump out the ground. Oh, copyright. So I'm going. I'm in a midst of confusion. I'm going to head towards the Fae creature.
Yep. Because
there's currently a sword sticking out of my very near-death companion. I'm going to take my bloodied axe because it's now covered in ogre blood, and I'm going to do what I do best. I'm just going to go whacking into this Fae creature, two-handed. Yeah, see what I can do. There's only one phase, isn't there? There's not two of them, so I'm just going to go all in, square up. And
so if you want to, sorry, before you do that, if you want to go to the PowerPoint, that is the creature that appeared next to you.
1 second.
Kind of like Peter Pan with wings.
I'm going to say, it doesn't sort of behave like a hybrid Peter Pan.
There you go.
So the sword's pretty deadly.
It's a proper Peter Pan there.
Peter Pan.
It's quite hard to hit.
The grumpy face and everything.
Pixie.
Pixie.
Well, I hit with a 15. Does that hit this pixie-like creature?
Yes, just hits. That's exactly what you
see,
needed.
Radic, he's a jammy dwarf. He comes down with a 9.
9 points of damage.
Yeah, I'm trying to cut his
Okay.
wings.
Yep.
Be really sinister about it.
That is a hefty hit. It did not like that at all. That did quite a lot of damage to it.
Did I cut it?
Still up, but yeah, that was a lot of damage. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm pretty content. I'm like, yeah, all right. Yeah. Now who's big? You know, because I'm feeling pretty small from the yoga, so I'm now like, what are you gonna do? You know,
it just flows downhill.
I'm done.
Okay, Kingsman.
I will do the same thing. I will step up between Jocelyn and Radic. Jocelyn. I've only had one beer, promise.
Yeah, I was going to say.
And attack the pixie.
Okay, go for it. This is picking on pixie time, isn't it?
Yeah, I got my 8-foot-long sword and attack a pixie. Let's go
Come on,
for
don't
it.
finish it.
And how big's the pixie?
Come on, Kings, don't finish it.
19 to hit.
19 hits.
Here we go. Using my D&D dice. 11 damage.
How do you want to do it?
Yay!
Yeah. I wanna be really cruel and just I wanna sever it in half.
Cool.
So its wings are flittering and it kind of separates itself from its lower half and then realizes I've got no legs. And then flumps.
So it's hovering away, having successfully attacked Godric. It's taken a bit of a blow from Radic, and then you step up and slice it in half, and its wing beat faster with a shock, and it goes before slumping to the floor like a wasp that's been stunned and squashed.
You know, I imagine one of those childhood toys that you pull out and kind of goes up and then kind of falls straight down.
That's very nice.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm picturing right now.
Yeah, the sycamore leaves.
Yeah, that's the one. And it's down.
Okay, that's anything else you want to do, Kingsman? You still have move left.
Yeah,
so it only was 10 feet of movement. Do you want to move back towards Gara or stay where you are?
5. Yeah. Can I move to the behind the bottom chair? Can I charge towards the bottom chair and then boot it at her?
Yeah, I'll allow that. Make a strength check for me, please.
Strength check. Boom. Ooh, it's 19. Looking good.
Over the rows.
15
yep.
plus 4.
Okay, you do manage to kick the chair at her, so she will react. She manages to put her leg out in time and stop the bulk of it, so she doesn't get tripped over or anything. But yeah, it was a fair try. But yeah, fortunately for me anyway, she managed to stave that off. Okay, so you'll go over?
Yes, please. That's fine.
Jocelyn.
I want to walk towards Gara and stand to the east of her and just try and stab her with my spear.
Okay.
I don't really have any more other actions I can do at the moment.
Just there?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not going to work. 3.
3 misses.
Yeah.
So, was that the dice roll? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, unfortunately, that is not a hit. You managed to stab wide with a spear.
Just wave it at her threateningly.
Yes. Godric.
I will shoot her from my current position with the pew pew.
The pew pew.
And that killed Noga.
And it's 12 plus 7, which is 19 to hit.
That is a hit. Roll damage for me.
Oh, 9 damage.
9 damage. Okay, that last bolt flies across the room, joining its two compatriots in the middle of her chest. Another sooty black mark on the hide armor that she's wearing. She staggers backwards towards the fire with this one. She's really looking weary, worn, blooded. She's taken a number of hits from you specifically, and the only thing that's keeping her going now is anger. She's still up, but heavily injured.
And then I will move away from her as far as possible.
Back to there.
Yeah, that'll do.
Okay. It's my go, and this is somebody now that is in the throes of desperation. So, Kingsman, she's going to return the favour to you by booting the chair back in your direction. Unfortunately, this bit of a limp effort. Make me a strength check, please.
Okay. Boom. Dice are rolling. Oh no, we got 9.
Okay, 9 total.
9 total. 5 plus 4. Right.
So you take a bit of a stumble. I can't grab the chair now to move it. It's underneath everything else. There we go. So you take. Oh bloody hell! There we go. You take a bit of a tumble as the chair comes back at your direction, and you wasn't expecting it.
Ooh.
It clips your standing foot, and you take a stumble and go down to one knee. So you're currently prone.
Okay.
She then sticks the head of her great axe into the fire, and it immediately bursts into flames. And then she takes a last ditch attack at you, Jocelyn.
Duck.
Only hitting an armor class of 12 though, so it clangs off the arm that you're wearing. Again, a nice shower of sparks, a nice visual across the train car, but otherwise ineffectual. She grunts with anger again. She's not done very well in this fight. Neither has the ogre, and that's disappointing to her.
We won't even mention the pixie.
We won't mention the pixie. So yeah, unfortunately, that is the end of her turn. Radic, it's your next.
Come on, Radic.
Kingsman.
Charge the bugger.
This is my moment to shine. Come on. I'm going to take a beeline for her with my axe, kind of like in the dwarven manner, and I'm going to go for a swing, two-handed, and I swing with a 19 hit.
19 hits.
Woo!
3 days, and that is going to be with 12.
How do you want to do this?
Yeah.
I think I might take a suggestion from the chat. I'm going to kind of like smash down with my axe, at the same time pulling it out, seeing like a big chunk of her go with it. I'm going to take a step back and kind of boot her into the fire and just watch her sizzle. And I'm going to kind of be a bit like, you're tiny, and walk away.
You run charging across the room, leading with your axe, and you take that last step and almost dive in her direction, swing it at the same time. The axe embeds into her chest, and she stumbles backwards, trying to grab the side of the fireplace, but failing as she breathes her last, slumping back into the flames, the upper part of her body bursting into flames as she burns away in the fire. As you pull your axe free.
Smells like chicken.
Congratulations! You managed to through some concentrated fire on the ogre, some bad rolls on my part, some good teamwork, good use of command in that first round.
That was good.
To avoid,
that was brilliant.
Avoid that attack there. You managed to win the day. Congratulations! Unfortunately, win the day without the treasure.
Bitch.
Can
we pull the emergency brake and then go back and get the chest?
There isn't an emergency brake.
How far gone would you say the chest is?
Not that far. It was only last round. We are out of combat now, so we're in minutes. So the longer you stand round or make a decision, the further away it is going to be.
How high are we?
You're about 120 feet up off the ground on an elevated rail car. But don't
We still
forget, you do
have
have feather
tokens.
tokens. Yes, you do. Yeah, you have feather tokens.
Oh.
Oh.
In that
we jump?
case, Riddick, you
Do
should
it.
grab her axe, or Jocelyn grab her axe. Someone
Okay.
else grab the Warforged arm just in case it was special off the ogre, and we'll jump out the window.
I will grab her axe and give Jocelyn her axe back, and I've got
Woo!
this
Thank
orc's
you.
axe now.
Okay, so
thank you.
it's a great axe.
And
It's a
Okay.
very good axe, yeah.
I have a 5-second glance at the table to see if anything interesting is on the table, Steve. So literally,
Okay, make a perception check for me.
yeah. Skills. Perception. Nat 20. No way. Why couldn't I have done that in the bloody fight?
Could you too busy pew pew?
Unfortunately, there isn't anything of any interest on the table.
Oh, okay. And we can obviously jump out the thing and activate our tokens, can't we?
You can, yes.
Pew,
Yes.
pew! And as we do that, I turn round in slow motion and shoot the rugs. Pew pew! To set the train on fire. No, I don't really.
Still passing on the train.
God, that would have looked cool, wouldn't it?
I've jumped out as well, and I've used my feather token to float down also.
Yeah.
I take it everybody's going to jump out of the smash window, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, so
Why not?
as the last of you exits carriage and the train rumbles off into the distance, you'll activate your feather tokens, and you float gracefully towards ground level. So what do you want to do next? You are you're in plains land, I guess. There is a forest not that far away from the edge of the railway line or the causeway that rail line runs on.
Well, I guess we'll walk along
Both sides. So there's gone.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I guess we'll walk along. We'll follow the track back the way way it was coming.
Yep.
In the hope that we can find the chest.
Yep. Okay, so
keeping our eyes open, because obviously this might be hostile environment. We've got no idea.
Yeah. Is there anything else that you want to do at the moment?
I'd love to be able to heal, but I'm not going to be able to.
I can't heal you. I don't have any play hands left.
Yeah, I think we're all out of everything.
You can take a short rest to get some hit points back.
Oh yeah, we could do that hit dice thing, can't we?
It depends. Would somebody else kind of take our treasure? Because I want the treasure.
Can we go to get the treasure and then take a rest when we have it?
Yes.
The only problem is if we run into something on the way between here and the chest.
What if we're walking? Can't run into anything.
I guess.
It's about a mile,
All right,
right?
We'll just keep an eye open then.
Yeah, we alertedly walk towards the chest. There you go. So alert.
Okay, so you walk for about 20 minutes, half an hour, and you don't come across the chest. Nobody really took a look out the window or anything, see if there were any landmarks or anything when she threw the chest out the window. So you're not really that sure, how far back it was. The train was travelling at a fair clip by the point that you reached her and she threw out the window. It was at full speed. So you are a fair way out of Sharn, even though you haven't been on the train for that long. So you're not sure if you've walked far enough or not. So what do you want to do?
I'm going to let someone else talk.
Let's have a short rest in case we get smushed.
Yeah. Let's take a quick short rest.
Yeah.
And then the only thing, either way, we're heading. We've got to walk back, haven't we?
Yeah.
So might as well just take a short rest now rather than try and camp out.
Yeah, we'll take a short rest, do the old hit dice thing.
Okie dokie. Right. So you take a short rest. You get your hit dice back. I think what we'll do is we'll have a quick 5-minute break because you will also be leveling to 4th.
Yay!
So, 4th level, you get a feat, or you get, your skill, not your skills, your stats increased by 1 or 2 if you want to go for the same one. So you need to do that, and don't forget about adding maximum hit points.
Do your current hit points go up as well?
Yeah, I will allow your current hit points to go up as well.
I couldn't remember if we were doing that anymore.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so if you want to have a quick 5-minute break, we'll sort the 4th levels out, and then we'll crack on.
Yay!
Yep.
Smashing stuff.
See you all again in 5. Bye-bye.
See you guys soon.
Okay, welcome back. So, the party successfully survived the TPK event that I had planned for them. You,
Not on purpose. It was
not on
purely
purpose, no.
luck.
Yeah, sure.
It was skill, not luck.
Yeah, both skill. Yeah, you're right.
So yeah, you successfully survived the encounter with Gara and the ogre. You took them both down. You took the face sprite down, and you survived the day. So unfortunately, Gara threw the treasure from the window rather than let you capture it. So you're currently making your way on foot back in the direction of Shan, following the railway line, hoping to come across the chest. Seeing as Godric was only sporting 1 hit point, decided to take a short rest rather than
It's probably for the best.
run the risk. And during the break, you have levelled. So should it be on whatever hit points you've got from rolling your hit dice, plus getting your extra levels worth of hit points and having adjusted your maximum. And what do you want to do next?
Find that
Carry on
treasure.
walking back, don't we?
Yeah, we'll stay alert because I really want to find the box. I'm sure we'll see it, right? How big was the box? Just like a generic chest of drawer type size.
Yeah, it was probably about size, about height of a coffee table, about the width of a chest of drawers, a large chest of drawers. It was a fairly large chest. It wasn't a coin chest. It was something substantial.
I'm just wondering if anybody's got anything that would help kind of find this type of object.
I don't have anything.
Don't think so.
I don't think. I mean, I can do like no, that wouldn't even do it. I was going to say because if it was magic, I could do detect magic, and then we could walk in the radius of and hopefully come across it. But I doubt it. It's magic. Probably just a normal chest, wasn't it?
Could I be?
I saw the big square. The square thing was some sort of magic thing.
Could I be extra perceptive on our walk?
Yeah, if you want to tell me that you walk along, keeping an eye out,
Yeah.
So you're not travelling at full speed. You're taking it slow and looking around.
Do we want to spread out a bit?
Yeah, kind of.
We don't know how far. It wouldn't come straight down, would it? So it won't be under the monorail thing. Boom, boom, boom. We want to. We know what side.
Yeah, I'd say we do that. Kind of spread out a little bit, and then we just remain
30 feet apart.
So you spread out in a horizontal line. How far apart between you?
Say 20 foot, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. So you spread out over an 80-foot line, and just following the monorail. So 20 feet between you and the monorail and first person.
Yeah.
So you can cover like 100 feet total distance from the edge of the monorail and beyond. So that does actually take you quite close there to the edge of the forest that runs alongside the monorail structure. You walk about half speed, between half and 3/4 speed, and you do the old looking at the ground and making sure that you're trying to spot anything on the ground, because this chest may have smashed. You don't know. It may have smashed open, maybe in pieces. The contents could have come out, even though the chest may be intact. So you're walking along, paying as much attention as possible. So what I'd like you to do for me, please, is to make some perception checks.
Radek got 16.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Boom. Vigilant.
23.
A natural 20 from Dave. Okay. Godric.
Did you say perception?
Yes, please.
Perception. Got a 16. Is it just one, Steve? Sorry, or
it's just one. All right, so that's the first 10 minutes, and you don't really see anything untowards or any indication of the chest. So you walk for another 10 minutes. Make me another set of perception checks, please.
Ooh. Natural 20, 25.
9.
14 for me, Steve.
15.
This time, so on my screen, I'm at the top, and it goes Kingsman, Godric, Jocelyn, and Radic. So that's the order away from the monorail that I'm going to take that you're in. Jocelyn and Radic, you spot some grooves. So 2 parallel grooves. So they're a bit lighter where you are, Jocelyn. They're a bit harder to see, but then by the time they reach out to where Radic is, because he's closest to the forest, they're quite deep in the softer earth. It's a bit more wet and marshy as you get closer to the forest. So 2 parallel grooves scored into the ground, about the width of the depth of a chest of drawers, so about 400 or 500 mil apart. So this could be the chest. It looks like it's been deliberately dragged. Doesn't look like it's bounced or slid or anything like that. It looks like it's been dragged. So what do you want to do? You can either try and find the site where it hit the ground, or you can try and follow the tracks into the forest. Your choice.
First of all, I'm going to call Godric and Kingsman over, because of course me just already looking at this. So we're going to point out these 2 indents and kind of show that this has been dragged away. And now all together we can kind of assess the situation as one big happy party.
Okay.
And you say that they're going into the forest, the tracks?
They're going into the forest, yes.
Does anyone have tracking? Animal, what's it called, tracking?
No.
Well, that'd be survival, wouldn't it? Something like that, wouldn't it?
Yep, it would be survival. Anyone can make a check. It's just if you might not be trained in it. You don't have to be trained in it to make a check.
No. Okay, well, can I carry out a survival check and just see if I can see any other kind of things around these marks, like any kind of footprints leading with it, so I can get an idea of how many people may have been dragging it, or to just see if I can kind of spot anything, any extra information.
Yep, run me a survival check then, please.
I got 10.
Okay, no, you can't discern any information about what might be dragging it. There's just not enough enough to go on. It seems to the footprints, if they're there, have been essentially raked over by the chest.
Well, I think we should follow it.
Okay, so
Well, if it's heavy enough that they're still dragging it, then whatever was in it is probably still in it. So.
And they could be going quite slow, right, as well, kind of dragging the chest. I think we're game. Yeah, we're going to follow.
Okay. Right, so you follow the drag marks into the forest. It is fairly tough going, even though the ground has been somewhat broken by somebody pulling this chest through. It's still moving through undergrowth, and you're still keen on taking it slowly so that you don't lose sight of the drag marks, and you don't lose where you're going. You travel for about an hour, maybe a little bit more, until you eventually you sort of you reach a clearing. Now, as I said, this is fairly marshy ground, and this clearing in particular is almost swamp-like. There's a lot of standing water. The grass is quite light. It's almost like a bit of a paddy field. So as you step forward, you begin to sink into the ground, and the groundwater comes up to your shins, goes over the top of your boots, and you start to feel a bit uncomfortable. And that's where you lose then the trail that you're following. However, as you step through the undergrowth, you can see that there's a bit of ground mist still burning off in the evening sun. You spot over in the distance on the other side of the clearing what would appear to be a large warforged. And when I say large warforged, I mean something that's 60 to 70 feet high at least. And that's from where you're standing. It's currently slumped down in a heap, so you can only really see its top half. Its bottom half is not evident, whether that's sunken below the ground or it's been destroyed or something. It's obviously been here for a long time. Nature has started to take over. There's vines growing all over it. It's sat with its head slumped down towards its chest. You can only see one arm really that's visible, that's held out with the palm up, and you can see it's pretty corroded. So what would have been a bronze or silver type colouring on this creature normally is now starting to show traces of verdigris and spots of rust as well. So it's damaged. You can see one side of its chest is also caved in. There's been quite a lot of damage there. It has been here for a while. This is not something that's new. This is obviously a remnant from the last war. You've lost track of the chest now, but you can see this giant robot on the other side of the clearing. So it is possible that whoever picked the chest up and has dragged it to this location has done so with purpose, in order to maybe go and take shelter within it or shelter around it or something. It is getting now quite late in the day. Don't forget that you got on the train at 3. You may have only been on the train for a short while, maybe 20-30 minutes in total by the time you reached Gara. Yeah, you've then had the fight, you've jumped out, you took an hour's rest, you've walked for another half an hour before finding the tracks, and then an hour or so to get here. So it's getting on for about 5:30, 6 o'clock in the evening. So what do you want to do?
Give me one sec. The 2-year-old is out of bed again.
I suggest we go in or go closer.
Yeah, I think that I'd rather, if this creature could be taking some kind of rest, it'd be a chance for us to kind of catch up with it. And we did have a short rest anyway, so my vote would also be kind of go in, see how far we can get, see what we can find.
Okay. Who's taking the lead?
Not me.
I can. That's fine.
Okay. Right. So Kingsman, you step out into the clearing. The water slowly deepens as you stride across. It becomes, maybe after 7 or 8 paces, about waist deep. It doesn't get any deeper than that. Your going is difficult. It is hard terrain, so your speed is halved, but you are making headway. You're not sinking. You manage to keep most of your perishable kit, your backpack and stuff like that, out of the water. So you're not ruining your rations or tents or anything like that. And you slowly make your way across the clearing to the Warforge. As you go close, you can pick out more details. You can see that the arm lies slumped in the ground. It has taken heavy damage, which is probably what destroyed it in the first place, down its side. And you can see that chest cavity has caved in at some point. The arm that you can't see is missing. It's been blown completely off on that side where the chest has taken damage. But you can see in the palm of the left hand, which is laying on the ground and upraised, sort of pointing up like that, there is an open hatch. So it appears that there is a way inside this creature. Looking up, because the light is now behind the Warforged, so it is slightly shaded, the face is shaded. You can see from behind the eyes lights on within. They seem to be flickering.
Can I'll make my way up to the palm, the hand that I can see. Ooh, let me switch to the other screen. Okay, so is the hatch on here?
It isn't. I will show you the hatch.
Oh, is that the head? So there's the head, the
That's
eyes,
the
and
head.
the nose. I can
Yeah.
see that. Yeah.
So
Oh,
unfortunately,
upper head.
we don't get to use the map. What I'll do is I'll turn my background off for a couple of seconds.
Oh, they're beds. I was trying to work out what they are, but they're beds.
Right. So we don't get to use my map that you get with this, but see on there. There is the hand. Okay.
Mhm.
And there is the arm, and then obviously the different parts of the creature, some of which are on the screen now. You can see. So although I've put this in the dungeon fog, it's not quite the same because you don't get to see the body around the outside. But so the hand at the bottom there is open. There is a hatch, and you can climb inside.
Okay. Can I investigate the opening of the hatch to see if there's any recent footprints, drag marks?
Yep, go for it.
We want to see, would the chest get through the hatch?
The chest would get through the hatch. Yeah, the hatch is easily big enough to take all of you, and the chest. Yeah,
Okay.
it probably have been difficult for one person. You probably could have managed it. So you're probably looking at a strong person having done this if he's on his own, or a number of people.
But we're assuming the chest has come to this location.
The chest has come to the clearing. After that, yes, everything else is assumption.
Okay. Right. Okay. Then if I investigate the hatch.
Yep.
Oh, we've got 1922.
Okay, so around the hatch, you can see clear signs of damage. So there's clear signs of damage. What looks like somebody has forced open the hatch in the first place.
Yeah.
But then, tracing back, you can see what looks like magical scoring. So as if there's some sort of something has happened when somebody's opened the hatch. So I don't know if you want to try and enlist anybody else's aid, but you can see a clear pattern of damage going outwards in a ring. So something has exploded outwards.
Get everyone up, and then Godric, is there magic residue here? Is this thing magical?
I can.
Or powered by magic?
If we've got time, I can do ritual detect magic.
Yeah, that's fine. Is it?
I don't know how long that takes. I think it's 10 minutes or something.
It's 10 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, 10 minutes. Yeah, so if we've got time, I can do a ritual detect magic.
Yep, go for it.
Yeah, I'll do that.
You complete the invocation. Now detect magic is active. There are elements of this creature that still glow magically. There are elements in the chest, in the head, and that is mainly where you're getting the biggest ping from. It is powered by magic. You do know that, and I'll let you have that without making a check.
Mm-hmm.
Searching around the hand itself, if you make me a investigation check, please. Sorry, an investigation check, an Arcana check, and I'll let you have it with advantage because you got detect magic on.
Yeah, Arcana. That is 19.
Okay, so there is a spell called Glyph of Warding. That is used by wizards to protect things, so protect entrances, trap chests, that sort of thing. So you believe that whatever forced its way into here triggered the trap that was on this particular doorway.
Oh, so I can tell that it's been triggered and it's no longer active, or
Correct.
Does it look like it still would go off again?
No, it's gone off. So the trigger mechanism was the hatch opening rather than somebody passing through the opening.
Right. Yeah, I get you. So it's an expected effect. Is that what you mean?
No, I'm just, there was a magical trap here. Magical trap has gone off. The damage has left its residue all over the hand. So there's no active trap anymore, but it was trapped.
Right. So guys, this did have a magical curse on it, which has been activated, and I believe it should be safe for us to go through now.
You go first.
Okay. I'm
After you, Kingsman.
I'm happy to go first. Or Radek, because he's small.
Yeah, that's my question. So you've all crossed over, but when you're explaining how it looked on Kingsman, could I pass through this kind of bog, or will I just kind of sink before I take the steps across?
You can pass through. You are slightly higher.
The
bits of you that
moments?
breathe air in are higher, so you would have to hold your bag above your head.
Okay, I made sure that I, of course, as normal, was unelegant in the whole situation. That's fine, thank you. So I kept kind of brushing. Yeah, but I'll go. Because I can fit in. I'll go first.
Right, so you drop down into the hole. Spread before you is a horizontal crawlway. It's tall enough to stand in just for you, but it is a crawl space. Set into what is the floor for you are yellow rungs of a ladder, so metal hoops. So obviously, when this thing is walking or upright, this becomes vertical because it's the arm. So this is effectively a ladder space that you're currently walking in as a corridor. So as I say, for you it is fine, you can walk upright, but for the others, particularly you, Kingsman and Jocelyn, you probably need to hunch over. When you get to the elbow joint, there is another hatch, and also the ladder continues by going upwards. Now I did map this in Dungeon Fog, but I'm not going to put it up because there's nothing of interest here. It is just a straight, effectively a 5-foot corridor that goes the length of the arm. So it's horizontal to the elbow joint, then the elbow joint it goes vertical, so you're effectively climbing a ladder to the end of the corridor.
Okay, well, I'm probably going to just head down that little arm corridor then, please.
Okay, so you start your climb upwards. You climb for maybe 25, 30 feet, and then it ends with a trap door above you. So it's a hatch the same as it was on the outside. So that is operated by a wheel that will cause it to unlock, and then you can climb through into whatever lays above.
And I very gently turn the wheel just to make sure it's not like so I don't think to do it quietly or just with one kind of quick motion because the noise is going to happen.
Fortunately, it's well maintained, well oiled, so it doesn't stick. It's easy to turn with one hand. It takes about 3 revolutions before the locks disengage, and then you can lift it if you wish.
Yeah, I'm going to very quietly and carefully do that.
Okay.
And being assured that I don't kind of smash it when I kind of open it, so I kind of carefully put it down on the other side.
Okay, so you lift it and climb at the same time. So eventually you're placing it down, and what I'll do is I'll switch the map over to what you see.
Treasure, right? Just lots of treasure. Of course.
Okay, so you're in a small chamber. At the top, the hatch is open. What do you want to do? There is a door just in front of you.
I'll open the door.
Yeah.
Okay, so Kingsman, you going first?
Yep.
Oh, sorry, Steve. I think you need to re-invite me to the dungeon film.
Okay, you see it okay?
Yes, thank you.
Big blue square on my screen.
Mm.
Do you remember what you were called?
Me?
No, Jocelyn. I think you must be Proud Dragon Turtle. Do you wanna
Yes, that's
rejoin?
Yep.
Yeah, your window is not active for me. So if you rejoin,
Okay.
there you go.
Kingsman's off.
Yep.
Oh, that's
Walking
fine.
down the corridor.
Well, is there now space between you and the ceiling, so you can now walk? You're not crawling anymore, are you?
Yeah, this is now full height ceiling. So this is designed to be walked about in. This is not an access. These are rooms and corridors.
Can I
I'd like to follow Kingsman closely behind. So go on.
while I'm walking down this corridor to the next door, I'm assuming that's a door at the end.
It is, yeah.
I'll reach out with my spider divine sense.
Yep. Okay, so you activate your divine sense, but you do not detect anything at the moment.
Okay.
Who's going after Radic?
It would make more sense for Godric to go so he's not at the back in case somebody rushes in.
Yeah, I'll go in the middle somewhere.
Okay, so these doors, they don't open; they slide into the recess of the walls. So a sliding door, so there's a handle, and you slide it. It's on a rail. So they're almost like airlock doors. Everything around you is made entirely of metal: the floor, the ceilings, the walls.
I was just thinking that Steve has also bought the Alien RPG, and we may have just crossed the streams. If we start seeing eggs and
Get in
face
there.
huggers, run.
Sounds amazing, actually.
You see that?
Creepy.
Is that car? I haven't got the video on at the moment.
I can barely see it.
That's nice.
Lovely.
Let me know when you're doing that.
Okay. I'm going to be a little bit prudent on this one and will listen at the door.
Okay, go for it.
Where are we? Perception. Oh, 12. Not good.
You don't really hear anything. All is quiet on the night before Christmas.
Is it?
I was
Is it?
just going
Not
to say
yet.
Are we talking door handles? Are we talking?
It's
Like
almost
palm
like
prints?
a lever. So it's
Okay.
there's a metal rod, and you pull it back, and then the locks disengage. It's like on a ship basically. So the locks disengage horizontally, and then you slide the door to the side, and you can step through.
Okay, let's do that then.
Okay. So you step into what looks like a meeting chamber. There is a metallic table and chairs at the rear of the room.
It's a breakfast table from fucking Alien. Radic's going to be on there going.
Why me? Why can't it be you? What's it got to be? Oh.
Because we all going to die. Jocelyn is bloody Sigourney Weaver in this one, but all the blokes die. You're not seeing the
it's
film?
true.
And you've got a red shirt on.
Yeah, red shirt. I'm Dallas. I'm going to go face to face with one and get done. You're the guy in the engineering deck who's chasing his cat.
Yeah.
That sounds like me.
Jeff Godric turns out to be the android.
Oh, here we go. That's the twist.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So you're in a meeting room. The lights are on.
I'm not seeing any of these objects that are on stream. I can see them there, but I can't see them on my actual map.
We've got white table and chairs, Steve.
It's okay. I'll use the stream. I can see the stream, so I'll use that.
Yeah, the white table and chairs is because of the light effects. I think that's what's blowing it up.
It's very bright in here.
Yeah. So yeah, the lights are on. The consoles seem to be active at the rear of the room. There is another door out in the opposite wall, and then to the south of the room where Jocelyn and Godric are standing, there is 2 window slits or 2 arrow slits in the chest. And looking out of those, you're now quite way up the creature. You reckon you are somewhere in the upper torso region, like in the chest area.
Have we been checking for drag marks on the floor as we've been going through this thing?
We haven't been checking, no.
Verbally.
Yeah. We checked right at the beginning.
Yeah, then we checked if it would fit to the door, and we thought it would. But I don't think we checked
So
everything.
I'll check the floor in here, see if there's any drag marks.
Okay, make me an investigation check, please.
Investigation. One of my better skills. That is a 17 total.
Okay, you don't find any drag marks. But the rear of the room, underneath one of the consoles, you do find a spell shard.
Oh,
Ooh.
is that one of them crystally things?
It is one of them crystally things. Yes.
Can I look in
it? You can. So stored within this crystal shard are the instructions on how to operate one of these creatures. One of these creatures.
It's Krypton.
It is, yeah. That is what it's like. So, there's a spell shard you find.
Oh. Kind of looks like a flattened out Werther's original.
I think that's exactly the first that came to my head.
It took me all afternoon to chew that into that shape.
Who sat on that?
Should have put your teeth in, Steve.
It's a good bit of crystal right there.
So,
oh right, okay. So
it's the instructions on how to operate one of these creatures. One of these creatures is called a Warforged Colossus. And also there are some historical records in there about various different battles during the last war, told from the point of view of one of the Siren battalions. So
yeah,
basically battles that this Warforged Colossus have been involved in. So affirming what you'd assumed, that this was a creature that's been here since the end of the last war, was destroyed in some sort of battle.
Awesome. So I'll just explain to the guys that this is an instruction manual for how to operate this thing, and it's got a little bit of history in it as well. Can anyone look inside one of these things, Steve?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll say to him, if you're interested, have a look.
Yeah, pass it around. I think we all need. Might be handy that we know.
Bit of knowledge, never hurt anyone.
So I know this is really beating up Warforged, but like as we've been going through it, walking around, and we can kind of see the state of some of the consoles. We've got this manual, and these are built pretty steady, right? Does this thing look like it could be operated again, or is it clear it's completely out of commission? But like, could it still be operated with a caved in chest, etc.?
Make me an intelligence check.
Oh no! I don't think we're very smart creatures.
Getting into what are we doing now? Pacific Rim.
Yeah,
that's exactly
Pacific Rim.
Thinking.
We're suit up.
Let's have a look at intelligence. Let's see how where it goes. Ooh, 15.
You look at it with a critical eye of a blacksmith, and you think with enough money and enough work and enough people, you could repair this back to something that could operate.
All right. Well, I look at the guys and I go, I could fix this.
At the moment, is it more like a sort of shipwreck on a coral reef that's got enough power to function, as in, keep you alive on it, but can't
the
go
engines
anywhere?
Will run to keep the lights on, but it's not going anywhere.
Yeah, cool.
But it reaches for his tools now.
Okay.
We'll sit there going, ooh, money.
It's going to cost you.
So you can't see any drag marks. There is only one other way out of this room.
And that's totally opposite, isn't it?
1 sec. Go back to bed.
Also, I saw a minute ago. But to the north there, is that, are they the console where you found the crystal, or did you find the crystal down?
No, so the crystal was found underneath the consoles.
And the consoles are those the things at the top or the bottom, or was there what were the consoles?
The two things at the top were the bluish rings that are side by side.
Oh, okay. Well, can I kind of shuffle around to the door on the other side and just kind of see if I can hear anything?
Yep. Roll a perception check for me, please.
Not certainly, sir. I'm going to be extra perceptive for you today. Oh, 24. I was perceptive.
You do hear something. You hear the sounds of sort of clanging, a reverberation, as if somebody's banging on a pipe. So it's a sound from a way away, not necessarily in the room next door, but it appears to be echoing around, probably coming from the walls and then reverberating through the door.
So can I kind of look at the guys and kind of sign that, I can hear something, you know? Because we've all got like a secret code. we all know what sound means. So we're like, it sounds like.
Okay, so you let them know that you've heard something. What do you want to do?
Ooh. Where did it come from? Ready?
It's come from behind this door, and with that, I'm going to kind of go straight into it because I'm quite keen on seeing what that sound is. I feel alright. I've got some pretty good health right now. I kind of let them know there's some sound going on here. I open the door very quietly if I can open it, and if I can open it, I walk through it.
I'll go behind him.
Okay, so you open the door.
Oh, chest.
I'll just move you all up quickly.
Is that a toilet?
It looks like a chest.
No, it is a chest. So the chest.
Yeah, my screen's gone a bit funny.
Right. Okay.
It's got like half and a floor overlay covering half of us. Shall I hit refresh or something?
Yeah, go on.
I'm gonna do that as well because
I've got the waiting to be let in type screen.
So do I.
Oh yeah, I can see it in Twitch. Oh, that's better. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay, so indeed you do see a chest. It's the chest that you've been tracking since your encounter with Dara. It lies discarded in this corridor. Its lock is untouched, and whoever dragged it this far has discarded it, possibly for something more interesting or valuable deeper within the body of the Warforged.
Ooh.
Well, let's go through this crate chest thing first.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we got the key off her, didn't we?
Oh yeah, I definitely remember you saying that before you jumped.
Definitely remember us saying we check her body for a key.
Yeah, I
And
think
then
it
take the
was the
key.
hand around the ogre. It's the finger. You pull it off, and there's a key.
Maybe.
Inspector Gadget style.
It would be very handy if it was, because that was one of the only two things we said we grabbed before we jumped out of the window.
I mean, is that the key? Because if not, I'm going to do what I was going to do. But if we do have the key, I won't do it.
No, the key is still round the neck of Dara's corpse that is speeding on its way to the capital of Greenland right now.
I thought
Well,
so.
Oh, do you mean the corpse that we took with us?
In the fire, yes, in the fire.
And then
Smash it open, Riddick.
Yeah, I was going to say, can I just smash it open? Like, yeah,
You
just
think?
open it and
You think?
it looks smashable.
Well, if you want to smash it open, you certainly can smash it open. But you think with the focus application of force, you could break the lock.
I mean, I was going to smash the lock. Not
Yeah,
that
do it.
test.
Okay, roll me a strength check then, please.
Would it help at all if I
I
froze
was
the lock
thinking if you
first?
froze it, yeah, like we did in the underground.
Yeah, you can certainly do that. Yeah.
That'd be the old what was it? Ray of
Ray of
Frost,
Frost.
wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ray of Frost. I'll Ray of Frost it, Steve.
Okay, so you rolled a hit for me then, please.
I shall roll to hit, and that is a 15.
Yep, that hits. Do you want to roll your damage as well?
And that is 6 damage total.
Okay, so roll me a strength check, please. Relic, and add 6. Plus all the rest of your bonuses. So it'd be an athletics check.
We do athletics, strength, and 6. Sorry.
So an athletics check, and then add 6 to the total.
Okay, athletics check. Right, sure. That is 28.
28. So Godric freezes a lock, and you strike down with your great axe and shit right through the frozen metal. It breaks off cleanly. The chest is otherwise untouched, and it is now free to open.
Radek opens the chest, looking pretty smug.
Everybody else stand back as Radek opens the chest.
Okay, Radek opens the chest before anybody else has the chance to react. And the chest does open. Ooh. Bear with me for 1 second. The chest does open. And out leaps what looks like a living flame.
Ooh.
It seems to be completely attracted to Godric's tattoos, who almost they glow or with some sort of bond or magnetic attraction between this living flame, this living spell, and the kyber that you use in the inks in your tattoos in order to store your spells there rather than in a spell book. So it leaps out and leaps directly towards you, almost in the style of a face hugger. I suddenly realised that that's exactly what it looks like.
I didn't want to be that character. I
So
wanted to get Jonesy, the cat.
You're John Hurt.
You're going to get face hugged by a fire hand.
So it leaps towards you and actually covers your entire body. You take a stumble backwards prone. You're not taking any damage. You're not injured. It seems to be searching all over your body for an active tattoo, and it can only find the cantrips because you're currently out of spells. And what it does over the space of a few minutes, if nobody else does anything, is it slowly soaks up that magical energy of your firebolt spell and replaces that tattoo. And it moves around your arm, moves over your body, and it is a living spell.
Ooh.
So if you'd like to add to your character from D&D Beyond an item called the Living Flame, that is now yours. Now, it isn't quite right on D&D Beyond because for some reason the charges are not working. But instead of your firebolt cantrip, you now have this living flame attack. Okay.
But it's on him.
It is on him.
Is it still covering his body, or is it like a parrot on his shoulder?
No, it's now a small tattoo, but it can move freely all over him. So it's like a bit like a symbiote.
I can't find it. I wonder if that's because I haven't enabled custom content or whatever it's called.
Can he feel it?
No, it doesn't do any damage. It doesn't hurt. It's a bit like Venom symbiote.
I've got homeproof. Oh, that's weird. I can't see it in the magic.
You know what it is? It's Moana.
I said that. No, listen to me.
Yes.
Sorry.
I didn't hear you.
But his animated tattoo on his...
Yeah, I can't see it in the list of thingies, Steve.
How weird. Right, so I'll sort that in a minute.
Yeah, let's sort that out afterwards.
In the rest of the chest, there are a lot of books and rolled up plans called schemas. So this is obviously the relics that Gara was collecting You try and read them, but they seem to be in some sort of magical code that is undecipherable. However, you do ascertain from one of the drawings that it is something to do with a crown. You can't make up what, but there's definitely plans for a crown. Also within the chest, you find a gem, a feather token, 600 gold pieces,
Woohoo!
and the
Rich.
handle of a battle axe.
Ooh.
So a stick then.
A stick, yeah.
No, a handle of battle axe.
What makes you think it's a handle of a battle axe and not a broom?
Blacksmith, mate. I know my stuff.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
he's a blacksmith, yeah.
All right. What are you trying to do?
All right, so what do you want to do?
Oh, I'm pretty. I mean, Radek's pretty like. Let's go kind of up for more in that chest, but you know, what else? Look for you.
Right, I've added it, Jeff.
Oh, do you think it should be there now?
It's on your character.
Oh, okay.
Should we just?
What's that?
We
thing in
don't. We
the
don't
top
really
left?
have a banker, so do we just divvy up the gold? That's 150 gold each.
I thought Radek was holding all the money.
Do we trust the dwarf?
The dwarf's got all of
Did
it so
give me my
far.
back.
So it's like a bit late to stop trusting the dwarf.
Maybe I need to refresh. I'm not seeing it.
I don't mind. I'll add it to my collection anyway.
Oh, there we go. I see it now. Yeah.
So if you go to your actions, you'll see it as an attack.
Yes, I see it.
600.
Yeah.
600 gold.
But the additional spell you get is wrong. Oh, it's there now. It's working. So you'll see it as one charge. Okay.
Yeah, I've got. It says one charge. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What does it use though, Steve? Because it's really the to hit on it is really rubbish. It must be using my either wisdom or constitution.
No, to hit it's using dexterity because it's.
Oh,
finesse.
dexterity. But that doesn't make any sense. It's one less than my dexterity is. I've got +3 dexterity, but the plus to hit on it is +2.
Yeah. Your proficiency bonus is +2. Your dexterity is +3, so that's +5 in total.
Yeah, but the to hit on it, the spell says +2.
Where are you looking?
On the actions, all living flame,
Yeah.
and it's got hit/DC +2.
I'm seeing it on your actions as +5.
That's weird. Maybe I need to refresh again. Let's refresh again. Nope, still says +2.
You're looking at a staff that says +2. The living flame melee weapon is +5 on my screen.
I've only got one. It's green, isn't it?
Yeah. How
Yeah,
weird.
It says +2. No, I'll send you a screeny.
I guess just treat us +5 then, right?
It's +5 to it.
Yeah, it's just a. It's just annoying from the point of view of the rolling of it sort of thing.
Okay. Right. We'll sort that out in a bit. So there's a gem in the chest, the feather token, the 600 GP, and the handle of the battle axe. So what do you want to do with those?
I'll take the handle of the battle axe.
Okay. So as you lift it out of the chest, the blades appear, and they appear with a dark necrotic energy. So it's a proper leaf-shaped battle axe. So you get the blades on both sides of the handle, but they appear as magical energy, not as metal, and they have a very dark, almost negative feel to them, almost cold to the touch. So you can add the item that's called Dark Axe on D&D Beyond.
Huh. It's nice. I like it. It was.
Reddit, go get the crown.
I was going to the gem. What crown? I didn't hear a crown. I thought it was a gem, wasn't it?
There was a gem in there and a feather token.
Oh, where'd I get a crown?
The thing that we couldn't make out, we think it was talking about a crown or something.
Yeah, it's talking about the construction of a crown. That's really weird, Jeff. I'd send you a screenshot of what I can see on your character.
Yeah.
My phone's on the other side of them, so.
Okay, so we've got 600 quid, a gem. Well, Radek, you take the gem. I'll have the feather token.
Okay, I will add the gem. Is a gem worth anything, or do we not know that?
It's a gem of brightness. I'll just tell you what it is for expediency's sake. It says gem of brightness, and it has 32 charges.
Thank you.
Okay, so at the end of the corridor, there is another hatch in the floor, and also one in the ceiling, so it goes both ways. There is a door to the south and a door to the west, so to the left of where Godric is currently standing.
Hello.
Hello.
Which way do you want to head?
We came from the right, didn't we?
You came from the right, so there's the left that you haven't been yet,
Or
the south you haven't been yet, or the hatches.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I can see the set door in the south now. I'm just going to walk up and open the southern door.
Okay. You open the southern door. Within this chamber is a large ballista that is pointing out of a chest cavity.
Stop hissing.
So this is a sort of weapons type room. The ballista does look operational. There doesn't seem to be anything of interest in this room, just the ballista.
Okay. All right. Go back. Try the left door.
Okay. You go in this room, it would appear to have been similar to the other meeting room that you were in. However, this has taken a large amount of damage. So this room is on the side of the chest with the missing arm and the large wound that was down the side of the creature. So you can see debris is strewn around the room. Consoles are broken. There's bits of metal and wire laying around the place. It's otherwise a similar layout and setup than the other one. The corridor that would have led off to the arm access is obviously gone and collapsed. There's no other way out of this room other than the door you came in.
Which is strange because we heard like pipes banging, didn't we?
You did. You heard. If you remember the description, you heard sound reverberating around the room. So you believed it wasn't in the room next door, but sound was traveling because this thing is metal.
A giant metal.
Yeah, and it's just it was basically acting like an echo chamber.
It's in the pipe.
Is there like vents in the ceiling or anything?
Yeah, there are vents. Yeah.
Do any of them look like they've been disturbed recently?
No, they don't.
No.
I'm reading it
Steve,
right
it's
now.
changed now.
They're in the room.
It's fixed itself.
It sorted itself out.
Yeah, it sorted itself out. Weird.
I mean, from my point of view, guys, we've got what we came for, right? Do we need to go anywhere else, or can we just look to head out back to the city or something?
Well, we've got one more hatch here.
Oh, sorry, I thought we looked at the hatch.
There's down or there's up.
Oh, apologies. Okay.
Up will take us to the head, hopefully.
Yep, and when you was outside, you saw lights inside the head.
Yes, we did. Okay.
But this is weird because they whatever we heard didn't come back past us, so it must have got out of this room another way.
Well, no, because if it was echoing around, it could have been from any part.
Yeah, but it dumped the chest in here, didn't it?
And then it's gone up.
Let's go up. Let's go up
or
then.
down.
Yeah.
It would have been quite difficult to carry this chest
Up.
Yeah,
Well,
so
it'd be
it's
easy
gone
now,
up then,
isn't it?
in theory, because it could have dragged the chest down, couldn't it?
Who's going to go up?
I'll go up. It's fine.
Okay, I will follow Kingsman close
I'll
behind.
go behind, but not at the back.
Okay, so I guess it's Kingsman, Radic.
Is it
Godric,
again? There's another
Justin.
sort of scene. Yeah, here you go. It's like there's the ceiling, and I'm like, they're in the
Oh,
room,
God.
man.
You're already
I'm reading
there.
it right.
Your head's
in
up
the
there already,
room.
like, whoa.
Oh, it's gone black. I'm glad Godric went, not me.
Hey?
Godric, open the door, Godric. What can you see?
Okay, so the hatch opens into a small chamber that is basically behind a door. The ladder also continues up and goes through yet another hatch in the ceiling.
Ugh.
You go.
Who was going first? It was you, wasn't it, Kingsman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you want a light at this level or continue upwards?
Is this just a tiny room, or is there like a door?
There is a door.
Does it look like the door has been recently moved? Any markings on the floor or anything? Or?
There's no markings on the floor. There's no markings on the door that you can see.
I suggest we've kind of swept the place for now. Why don't we continue doing it? I was expecting it to literally be a hatch and then we'd be in the skull.
Yeah, like the next floor up. Yeah.
Yeah.
We could open this door and have a quick look on this level.
Yeah.
Ow! Crap. Oh.
Yeah, there's no harm, is there?
So you wanna open the door, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
All right. So this is Kingsman, not Godric. It's just that's the token I had on the screen at the time.
Be 2 seconds, please.
Is that a ballista?
It is a ballista. This one is broken though. This level that you're in is the mouth. So there is a column that you're standing next to. That's what that is on the screen here. That supports this mouth aperture to the ceiling above. There are a couple of consoles that are lit with light, and there's a red wall light. There is an opening in the mouth that the ballista would have fired out of, like it did in the chest, but the ballista is broken and obviously taken some of the damage that the chest took. So there is damage within this room. There is also a hatch that looks like it leads to the outside.
Is that thing down in the bottom left-hand corner?
That's that, yeah.
Yeah. But that'd just go out the front, won't it, I assume?
That would, you believe that would just go out of the mouth and then you'd be able to, maybe climb down the chest or something like that.
Are we going to assume that whoever it was didn't go that way?
The hatch looks undisturbed.
Yeah, okay, back in the little room, I guess, and go up the next one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah?
Agree.
Agree.
It's not for you.
Oh my God, it's Ben Kingsley.
Huh?
Okay, so
BK.
Burger King.
this room is clearly the nerve center of this mighty beast. Peering through the machine's yellow glass steel eyes, you can see Shan far in the distance. The room is filled with glowing portals and all manner of magically charged devices. In front of a large portal currently displaying a large coloured map stands an impressively tall figure clad in armour decorated with what appears to be bone. If you want to switch to the PowerPoint, you can see.
PowerPoint.
Skeletor.
The image that's on the screen at the moment is actually the front cover of the bonus encounter from Beelan Grimm's Gold Edition. So this is a bonus encounter. So we've already got past the Forgotten Relics bit. This is a bonus encounter to finish off. And then this is the creature that's currently standing in front of the console. It stands nonchalantly balancing a great sword in one hand. Upon its head sits a large adamantine helmet, which it appears to be using to control one of the portals. At its feet lies the body of a human. Although the body looks long dead, the recent damage to the head reveals that the helmet has only recently been removed from the corpse. So as you stand at the back of the room, you can see that what appears to be displaying on the portal are some maps. So this is the map of the Eberron planet. So this here is the continent of Corvair, which is where our setting lies, and Sharn is here, and you're currently in about this location, just outside Sharn, near that forest. It then flickers over to another image of one of the other continents. And you're not sure which one, you don't have that information, but there is a clear red cross marked in the center of that continent, around an area that's labelled the Valley of Shadows. And then it disappears from the screen.
Ooh. Talk to him, Kingsman.
Yeah, King.
Well, he obviously doesn't look like the talky type.
Well, I don't know about that.
His sword looks like
As you stand at the back of the room and take in the view of the maps and the city of Sharn in the distance, he notices your arrival, turns around, takes a tighter grip on his sword. Can we roll initiative, please?
Whoa, we want to talk.
You can talk when it's your turn.
I think that's the DM saying, no.
No.
Talk when it's your turn after he's killed half of us.
We're looking for employment.
We work for free. No, we're not.
Okay,
We'll work for food.
Kingsman.
Still rolling. Oh, it's low. It's 5.
5.
Oh, that was me, I guarantee it.
Godric.
14.
Jocelyn. 2.
Oh, bother. Oh, bother.
And Braddock, bring up the rear.
21, bring up the front.
21.
Such an aggressive dwarf.
An angry dwarf.
Small man syndrome, mate. That's what it is, non-stop.
No.
Right, sorry, bear with me for 1 second. Okay. Right, Radek, you're up first.
Of course. Okay, well, let me just get the map again. Yeah, all right, why not? I'm going to reach to my back, grab my great axe now, and I'm going to take a direct beeline towards this guy. I'm not going to talk to him. I look at him as a threat, and I'm just going straight for him for a swing.
Okay.
And as I run towards him, I just shout in Dwarven. Because I can.
No.
Right, do you want to go there?
Directly in front of him is the plan.
There, yeah?
Yeah, because I'm just going to, I know I'm kind of cutting them off, but I just went for a stubby line.
Okay.
So I roll to hit a 24. Non-critical 24.
That is a hit. Roll damage for me, please.
Yeah. No.
I roll a 12. No, a 16.
16 damage. Nice. You rush forward and strike down with your axe, and you hit him square in the chest. You did some damage, and it does actually look like you've cracked a couple of bones on his armor as well, which he's not pleased about.
Should I have told you about using my feat before I rolled? I shouldn't I? It's fine. No, no.
Well, what feat?
It just pluses 10 to my damage, so that would have been 26, but it's fine. I'll do it next time.
Okay. Right, that's your go over, Godric.
I will check where I am on the map. Yeah, okay, I'm there. And I will cast Chromatic Orb at him.
Okay.
Of the fire variety.
Yep. That's a roll to hit, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. That is a 17.
That unfortunately misses. So you cast a spell, and you thrust forward this orb of fiery energy, and it splashes across his armor and dissipates. So that doesn't hit. He sort of grins in your direction.
Meanie. No worries. I will stay where I am for now.
Okay. Kingsman, you're up next.
I will move in and attack. Has my sword reacted at all to this room?
So as you draw your sword and move in for the kill, it does react. It once again becomes sheathed in silver flames, and you're convinced now there is definitely something magical about it. So if you'd like to add the weapon to your character that's called Silver Flame Blade on D&D Beyond, you can now use that to attack.
Okay, this might take a minute.
Oh, good.
Where are we doing? Equipment, manage equipment.
Yeah, Silver Flame Blade.
Silver Flame Blade. Add. Go to action. Don't equip it. Silver Flame Blade. Whee! Okay. I'm in. Ready to roll?
Yep, go for it.
Okay. Oh, got 25 to hit.
That it is a hit. Roll damage.
I got low damage. 8 in total.
8 in total. Okay, so not quite as impressive a swing. Not quite as impressive a swing as Radic, but yeah, he did some damage. Jocelyn, you're next.
I want to move towards him and attack him.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is not going to happen because I got a 3.
Okay. You do actually get advantage because you're standing opposite Kingsman, so you get to roll again. Are you using the Dark Axe?
I will be.
Go on, trust.
11.
Not kill.
11 unfortunately misses. So again, you swing a little bit wide, and it goes past him harmlessly.
I'm not used to the new axe.
Got to break it in.
It's a little bit on the light side.
You're no dwarf. You're no dwarf.
Right, so he's going to cast a spell. Sort of this dark energy wells up within him, comes up the sword, goes into the handle, and he releases it with a shout, and he shouts in your direction, Radic, grovel. So like make me a wisdom and saving throw, please.
See, it's because we listen to the
Saving
audience. The
Oh,
DM has
no.
learned and using our own tricks against us now.
Oh, I got a natural 1.
A natural 1.
But technically it's a 4, but the roll.
You grovel and lick his boots as well, man.
No,
Yeah.
don't lick. No, well, mate, whose team you on?
You get you get down on your knees, Relic, and you
Pucker up.
lower your head to the floor. You lower your head to the floor, and you bow and obedience to this creature that has just commanded you to grovel. So you
Can I at
grovel
least reluctantly grovel?
No, you can happily grovel. You can
Oh,
obtain some
man.
pleasure from it.
Man point gone.
Okay, that's his go. He then takes a snarl in your direction, Kingsman. Yep. So that's his go over. Radic, it's your turn. So you're groveling. Godric.
Getting down.
I will cast.
No.
Blah, 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 blah. I will cast Ray of Frost at him. 18.
Nope.
Does that hit?
Unfortunately not.
No.
Again, it splashes away from his armor and goes wide. Splashes into the portal, damaging it somewhat. Kingsman. Anything else you want to do?
I just want to check. I can't remember if I can. No. Actually, do I want to do that? No, I can't do that. Sorry. I think it's D&D Beyond being a bit stupid there, but I'll talk to you about that another time. Go on. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Kingsman.
Okay, I will. The silver flame. The silver flame from my sword. I will it to surround him.
Yep. Okay, so the silver flame on your blade moves across the floor and then surrounds him. Non-damaging, but ethereal light that outlines the tender parts of him and the seams in his armor and stuff like that. So you now get you get advantage on your attacks, don't you?
Does everyone get that advantage as well?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay, so advantage. Oh, that's a good one.
Advantage McEnroe.
Oh, it was so close. I almost did get a natural 20, but I got a 17 and an 18. So yeah, that was fine.
A 17 and a 18 to hit in total.
No, 17 plus 7 on top.
Okay. Yeah. So you hit. Roll damage for me, please.
Oh no! I got double 1, so 7 damage.
Okay.
So I'm doing really good on the d20s, but lousy on the damage.
Okay. So again, you hit. You did roughly the same amount of damage as last time, I suppose. You crack one bone.
But he's on fire now anyway.
He's on fire. Not looking too concerned with what you're currently doing.
Yep.
Anything else you'd like to do?
No.
A reluctant no. No.
Can I go for his knee? Right. Yeah.
You can try, yeah. Go for it. Roll a hit.
Okay, so a standard. Oh no, I've got it here, haven't I? Unarmed attack. Ooh, 17.
No, unfortunately misses. His armor is too strong. Your kick wasn't powerful enough.
Okay, 17 misses.
Okay, Jocelyn.
Want to have another go at trying to hit him with my new axe.
Yep.
18.
18 misses. If that was a total, but you get 2 rolls because you've got advantage.
9.
No, unfortunately, you swing wide again. The first one just gleans off his armor. So, no, unfortunately, that's not enough. My go. He's going to heft his greatsword this time and attack. So he's going to take one swing at you, Jocelyn, and one swing at you, Kingsman, seeing as Relic is still.
Yeah, all right. We don't need to hear it.
So Kingsman hits an armor class of 25 and Jocelyn armor class of 21.
Yeah,
So I believe they both hit. Kingsman, you take 14 points of damage, and Jocelyn, you take 16 points of damage.
This is the TP one.
Well,
Yep.
Was it TPK?
yeah, for him.
He's not a team, he's a single person.
All right.
Well,
But it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 skulls. Six skulls.
Oh, yeah,
You used to be a team.
Good point. Maybe it's like Legion.
Maybe.
Okay, that's my turn over. Relic, you're free of the command.
Oh, thank you.
What do you want to do?
Click my neck. I'm really angry. So, I'm actually going to use my gem of brightness. Is that what it's called? I think it's called gem brightness. Yeah, gem of brightness. And I'm going to use that. Do I know anything about this gem yet?
No.
You tell me what it was. So do I know? So I wouldn't know what the commands are.
You haven't spent any time with it.
Put it back in my pocket then, because I got excited and realised I can't do that. So I'm gonna get him. Okay, you do what I do best, I'm gonna kind of shout in Dwarvish again. Whatever how Dwarvish goes. I'm just gonna go. No, Iraq number ab. It's probably more pastoral tongue than Dwarvish, but I'm gonna go with it, and I'm gonna go to for a head string.
Okay.
I got a 24.
24 hits. Roll damage, please. If you want to add your superiority dice.
So add my superiority dice. And quick question. I can't quite see because it doesn't say anywhere that this counts as a bonus action. But can I use the superiority dice at the same time as well? Because the bonus, the attack would be the attack. The bonus action would be the Great Weapon Master attack, but the superiority dice doesn't say it's
superiority
bonus action. Superiority dice doesn't say that it's a bonus action or anything.
Okay, so what superiority effect are you going for?
I'm going for the piercing attack, precision attack.
Precision attack,
which is an extra 1d8 onto the attack.
Yeah, you've
you rolled it with it or.
Yeah, you've hit, so now you roll your normal weapon damage plus an extra d8.
Plus 10.
No, you roll with the extra d8.
I'm confused. So my attack was going to be with the Great Weapon Master attack as a bonus action with my two-handed attack and the superiority dice. I can't do that.
You're attacking with the Great Axe, and you hit, so you roll your 1d10 damage, 1d12 damage. Yeah, and then you roll, because of your precision attack, you roll an extra 1d8 and add it to whatever that total is.
Right, okay. Well, my damage is 7.
Yeah.
Plus the 1d8. So I just don't know how to understand this. The 1d8 comes down to, for goodness sake, 9, and then I plus the 10 for 19?
No, where are you getting the 10 from?
My greater master, my Great Weapon Master attack, which is a bonus action.
A Great Weapon Master attack on your turn, when you score a critical hit with a melee weapon or reduce a creature to 0 hit points with 1, you can make one melee weapon attack as a bonus action. But you didn't roll a critical, did you?
All right, I made misread that, but yeah, whatever. I'm cool with that. I'm running. Whatever. Yeah, 9. All right, whatever. Look, smirks on cam. Yes, 9. Strong 9.
Strong 9.
Strong 9.
Yeah, no, the Great Weapon Master attack is when you roll a critical, then you can take a second attack.
Yeah, I know. I thought it was the same as the Rangers one, where you can kind of plus 10 or reduce it by 5. Right. Sharpshooter. Yeah, I clearly was very wrong, and I didn't do that. So
there is one that does that. That's something else, isn't it?
Yeah, there must be. It's cool. I guess it's always kind
Hang
of
on,
like
let me have a look. I might be looking at the wrong thing.
It's very kind of.
Okay, right, I see. Right, but so before you make a melee attack with a heavy weapon, you can choose to take a -5 penalty.
Or +10, I thought. Was it a penalty to attack roll?
So you take
And
a
if you take
-5
hits-
penalty to the attack roll. So if you take a -5 penalty to the attack roll of 24, you miss.
Yeah, so I was doing if the attack hits, you add a +10 to the attack damage.
Yes, but you need to take -5 off of your roll to hit. So you rolled a 24 to hit.
Oh, so
if you take 5 off of
first.
that, then you miss. Yes, you have to do the -5 first.
Okay, fine. Then I ignore that and just hit the 9 and run away and keep my tail to my legs.
So yeah, you got to take the 5 off in order to get the +10.
I'm saying is not the best fight for that.
Not when he's got such high armor class.
No, exactly.
Right, so that's your go. Godric, you're up.
Hello.
That was a fun learning curve.
I am going to try and cast Toll the Dead on him. So he needs to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
15.
I rolled a 12 and get +5, so that's a 17. So he passes.
Yeah, right. That's nothing then.
Yeah. Anything else?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, Kingsman.
I will attack.
Go for it.
With Super Flame. We still get advantage on this?
Yep, still get advantage.
Okay. 26 was my highest in total.
That is a hit.
Good. Still not. Damage is still so low. 11 damage.
Okay, that's the biggest one you've done yet. It's not satisfying crack. He's still looking fairly unconcerned at the moment. Anything else you want to do?
I've got nothing else.
Okay.
No.
Okay, Jocelyn.
I will attempt to attack again for the 3rd time.
Yep.
Maybe if I'm lucky. Maybe not. 3.
You've still got advantage, so you get to roll again.
6.
Yeah, you're not. Your D&D dice are broken.
Standing around staring into space, I think.
Yeah.
What if it's a time delay? Like the first hour you use them, you get fantastic rolls. The second hour or the third hour, it knows you're fighting the big baddies at that point.
You kind of wait.
It's like online gambling. You get those first few wins, and then that's it. You're suckered.
The unloaded dice. That's what anti-loaded dice.
Okay, so yes, the dark axe is not quite doing it for you at the moment. So you miss. It's now my turn. He's going to take another swing at each of you. 14 and 13, so that's 2 misses. So you're looking a bit angry with that he's faced off against you. 2 meaty hits last time, and this time he's scored just a line of sparks down each of yours armor. So maybe he'll be going for something a bit different next round. Top of the round again. In Radic, your turn.
Radek's gonna just. I think we could guys do the same thing really. So we're gonna go to striking him again with a 200 blow, and this time I'm also going to call in a commander's strike and get Kingsman to attack him alongside myself.
Okay. Right. So Radek shouts Kingsman now, and you feel compelled to use your reaction to attack. So, Kingsman, if you'd like to roll an attack for me, please.
Okay. Does this have advantage or just not?
Yeah, it's still an attack, so it has advantage.
I got 25 was my highest.
That is a hit. So you roll your damage, and you also get an additional D8 damage.
Okay, so my damage is good. My damage is 14.
Yeah, and then just roll a single D8.
And a 2.
So 16 damage in total. That was a good strike. You hear a satisfying crack as a few more bones start to give under the weight. You start to see some flesh underneath, and you can see there's a putrid green sort of undead look to it. So it's almost like there's a corpse that's bound up in this armor. However, like Radek commanding you to attack, the creature behind this bone armor screams in pain as you strike down it with this bonus attack that Radix calls you to have, and he screams back, "Go to hell!" And I'd like you to make me a saving throw, please. It's a dexterity saving throw.
Me?
Yep.
Damn it.
Got 11.
Okay, so you are wreathed in burning flames that erupt from the floor and surround you. So much like the silver flames that surround him, you're now wreathed in real fire, and unfortunately this does real damage to you. So you take 9 points of damage.
Okay. I'm still in the game.
So Radek, if you'd like to roll me your attack, please.
It's the advantage in that stage.
Yep.
Highest 23.
Yep, you hit.
Damage of 8.
Okay, right. So you strike as well while his attention is at Kingsman. You manage to find one of the seams in the armor. You hit okay. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, that's me.
Okay, Godric.
I shall move up to within melee range, so next to Radek and Kingsman. Do I get advantage on attacks if I attack him with a melee attack?
Yeah, you get advantage because of the fairy fire.
So can I activate the living flame?
You can. Yep.
And I shall try and hit him with that.
Okay.
First roll is a 9. Second roll is a 21.
There's a hit.
Right. And it does 9 damage.
9 damage. Okay, he didn't like that. Magical flame singeing the flesh that's been exposed by both Radek and Kingsman's hits. Did not like that at all.
Yeah.
Hey, is that your go over?
Yes. Yeah, that is my go over here.
Right. Kingsman, you're up.
Okay. What I would like to do is I want to use Channel Divinity, if I may.
Yeah.
To power a Divine Smite.
You want to use it to do magic weapon?
Yes. So I want to use it to enhance my Divine Smite with radiant damage. It says I need a spell slot.
You haven't got any spell slots left, have you?
No. That's why I was going to see if I could use my Channel Divinity to do that.
No. You can use Channel Divinity to make a sacred weapon.
Okay.
Which will give you +4 to attack rolls.
Yeah. Okay, let's do that. So
then,
yeah.
And then you can take the -5 penalty on your attack. So if you get your +4 because of your magic weapon, and then your -5 is effectively only a -1, and then you get +10 to your damage.
Okay, so let's try that. So I'm going to roll to hit.
Yep.
with advantage. I got an 18 on the first roll and a 26 on the second roll.
Yep.
So we're going to -5 on that. 21.
Yep. That's a hit.
Okay. And then
Roll your damage.
so I got 4 + 1, and then normally I get +5, but you're saying I get +10.
So just you've rolled your weapon damage on D&D Beyond, yeah?
Yes.
So what was the number?
The total number is 10.
Okay, so you add 10 to that, so that's 20 damage in total.
Okay, I'll take that.
20 damage, that's good. So again, you find that weak spot that you've exposed in his armor, and hit down it again, causing this intense pain. So he's going to use his reaction again.
Oh no,
Yeah.
no, sorry, I'll retract that. Oh, sorry.
So he's going to use his reaction again to do Hellish Rebuke again. So you make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay. Dice is rolling. I got a 10.
Unfortunately, that's not enough. This time you take 11 points of damage.
Okay.
As again, flames shoot out from the ground and engulf you.
Okay, I'm still standing.
Oh yeah.
I'm still
I'm cooked.
standing.
That last hit did seem to really cause him some pain, and you can see there's a little twinkle of fear in his eye.
But that's a permanent effect. That sacred weapon lasts for a minute, so I
Yep.
can do that every attack now.
You can, so you can make full use of the -5 + 10 to damage.
Yep.
Jocelyn, you're up.
Go on, Jocelyn, do him.
On Joss.
Oh, fourth time lucky. I'll get a 4. Hang on, let me try one more time. 4 or a 9, which I don't think are going to work.
No.
49?
No.
49.
4 and then a 9.
49.
So again, you swing wide and high. It glances off his armor, doesn't quite penetrate to do any damage. His turn. He's going to use one of his second level spells on you, Radic. I'd like you to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
I think you learned. I don't like wisdom. Oh no! Can we start again?
No. What did you roll?
Got a natural 1, mate.
A natural 1. Awesome.
Now I'm doing.
The rest of you notice that a jagged crown appears over Radic's head. So it's almost like a crown of spikes.
Ooh.
His eyes glaze over, becoming almost completely white, and he starts to hold his axe tightly. And on his go, moves round. Well, he's kind of blocked. So what he does is he attacks diagonally, and he's going to take a swipe at you, Kingsman. So please roll me an attack, Braddock.
You're making me do it and everything.
What are you doing, Radic?
No, it's mean.
I mean, am I taking a dagger or?
No,
I attack with my fist.
You're attacking with your axe and with gusto.
Do I need to hit as well, or just attack?
You got to attack him first. I like the confidence though.
Thanks. Well, I hit with a 22.
Yeah. So roll your damage, please.
Okay. Damage 13.
Okay. So 13 points of damage to Kingsman from Radic.
And I crumble. I'm on the floor unconscious.
No.
So Radic, how would you like to do this?
I gently stroke the back of his head as I lay him carefully to the. I don't know. I'm just gone for the waist shot, haven't I? I've just gone complete swipe and back to his waist, let's be honest. He's skyscraping me. I can't get any higher than that. God damn it. Can I give off any kind of like sign of resist again, or am I just happily killing people now?
Well, that depends
GPK
on
was one of us.
that depends on what happens with everybody else's goes. So that's your go over. You also move to there. So Jocelyn, if you want, you can have an attack of opportunity on Radic.
I would like to have a go.
This is getting sick.
Just touch him out of it.
Okay.
This is getting dark.
It's getting dark. Don't like it.
Oh, I got a 19 this time.
Is that,
I mean, it's your first hit of the night, isn't it?
roll your damage, please.
Kick you.
Love it.
I just kick him rather than use my axe.
You can use whatever you want.
Then he can have 5 damage.
Okay, 5 damage. 5 damage.
He can
Radic.
have it. Here, have it. It's yours.
Thank you. I enjoy damage.
Okay, it doesn't seem to have any effect. The whites of his eyes are still glazed over, and he's still looking menacingly this time at Godric. So Godric, it is your turn.
I am going to activate Burning Hands from the Living Flame.
Okay.
At the bony dude.
Yep.
So could you make me a dexterity saving throw of 15 or above?
Not with a 2, I can't. No.
Oh, nice. Okay. In that case, you take 18 damage. Is that
18 damage.
Yeah, 18 damage. Yeah.
Okay. Right. So I need to make
It's the maximum damage. Shit.
Concentration check. I rolled a natural 1.
Oh!
How does it feel?
Pew, pew.
So the crown dissipates from above Radic's head, and his eyes return to normal, and he wonders why there's red blood at the end of his axe, and so currently laying on the floor bleeding out, which is I'm assuming that is your go, Jeff. You don't want to do anything else?
Yeah, I can't. I haven't actually got anything in the way of bonus actions, so I can't really do anything else.
Okay.
Apart from scream at him or something. Bony bugger!
So Kingsman, can't you make me a death saving throw, please?
Yeah. Will it automatically do it? No, I have to roll a.
Yeah, do you remember I said, was it last game, the other game we play?
Boom.
I had to make one, and I said it's really stupid. D&D Beyond doesn't have dice on that part.
It's a 14, so that's one
Yeah,
pass.
that's one pass. Yeah, yep.
But yeah, I think they'll probably introduce it at some point.
Yeah, they probably will. They probably just missed it because they just, didn't think anybody drops dead.
They've got a lot on, yeah.
Got a lot on their plate.
Jocelyn?
Come on, Jocelyn, do him.
Mike. And now try to approach it with my other hand. Two.
Oh, Jocelyn, come on.
No, unfortunately misses.
Hold on, is that with advantage?
There's no advantage.
Oh no, because he's
Fairy
down.
Fire's gone.
He's down, yeah.
So he's going to take 2 swipes at you, Jocelyn, this time with his greatsword. That's a 13 and a 14 to hit. So that's 2 misses against you. So that's
Nice.
At least you're not getting hit, even though you're not hitting. I guess it works out in the end.
Evens out, yeah.
So that's his go over. We're back round to Radic, the villain of the piece now.
But as you said, I kind of noticed the blood on my axe, and I put two and two together. The fact Kings was on the floor. I quickly have a look and realise that my potion vial is empty, so I can't assist him. So I'm going to just run straight back in front of Bone Knight, King of Kings.
Burger King.
Burger King. Okay, we'll call him Burger King. Bone King, and go for another two-handed swipe on him.
Go for it.
Bloody well, will. No.
Bloody well,
I'm
will.
not happy. Bloody well, will. Oh no. Or maybe, I don't think so. 18 is a miss, isn't it?
18 is a miss, yeah. So you step back in and you swing, but unfortunately it whistles past, just glancing off his armour. Anything else you want to do?
Kick. I'm going to go for a kick as well.
Go for a kick, yeah.
Or an ankle bite or whatever.
Go for a kick.
Oh, you cheeky! I got a bloody natural 20, didn't I?
You got a natural 20.
You could have got that on the bloody other one.
Couldn't I? Yeah, it's going to be a big old kick, lads.
Is it an opposing strength check, Steve? Otherwise, he flies through the portal.
Yeah.
I don't believe this.
Well, you both, mate.
Okay, so what's your strength bonus?
My strength bonus is +4.
+4. So you did 6 damage.
Yeah, because it's 1 plus strength, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so you did 6 damage. Okay. He does stagger back into the portal and smashes some of the console and stuff like that. And you can see he's really, really on his last legs as he tries to pull himself back up, balancing himself on his sword. Godric, it's your turn. Yes, you did almost kill him.
Oh, man. Go on, Godric.
I will living flame attack him again.
Go for it.
It's not a natural 20, but it's a 20 total.
That is just enough to hit.
Go for it.
How do you want to do it?
Oh, is he literally on that? Oh, I was going to say I did 6 damage total.
Yeah, it's literally on 1 hit point.
It's like a staff, isn't it? The
Yes.
living flame thing. It's like a living staff of flame. Is that
Yes,
it?
that's it. Yes.
So I'll just literally shove it up his chin through his head,
Okay.
something like that, and then pull it back, and then
Yep.
just watch him crumble.
So you step forwards, you thrust out with the flame as it grows out of your twin-handed grip, blasting through his skull as he collapses back into the portal, dead.
Yeah. Ooh. And then quickly go over to Kingsman and see if we can stabilize him.
Okay, so you do need to make me another death saving throw, Kingsman, because you're next in a cycle before we move out of combat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Bam. 17.
Okay, yeah, that's good enough. So we'll move out of combat now, and we'll say that you managed to stabilise Kingsman, or he stabilises himself with your assistance.
Mm-hmm.
So he comes back round. He's on 1 hit point currently.
Yay! Nobody died. Yay!
It's alive!
It's alive.
You managed to defeat a Bone Knight.
Bone Knight. Ooh.
Well done.
Did he have anything special on him, Steve? Or
Well, if you'd like to search the room and then the rest of the Warforged, you can.
Yep.
We'll do that.
So there is a underneath the portal that's now smashed and damaged that falls down onto the keyboard is a gem. It looks like quite a large emerald.
Mm-hmm.
Can you make me an Arcana check, please?
I can. Oh, nice. 23.
Okay, so this is what's called a docent. Docent is a magical device that actually powers the Warforged.
Oh.
So this is like it's like the control chip, if you like. So you believe if you was to return this to House of Caneth, the manufacturers of all these creatures, you might actually get quite a sizable reward, because this is obviously a Warforged Colossus. This sort of technology is pretty much lost now. You don't see these creatures anymore, so this docent would be worth something back in Sharn. If you used to sell it as a gem, it'd probably be worth around 250 gold pieces, as is anyway. But you reckon you can get something quite more sizable. The other thing that you notice that looks interesting is the helmet that he was wearing. So the helmet he was wearing was not part of his armor. It's an adamantine helmet, and it was, if you remember the room description, it was pulled off of the corpse's head.
Yeah, we think it was the control helmet, don't we, or something?
Yeah. So that has some magical markings about it.
Can I do identify as a ritual to see what it does?
Yep, you can.
That takes a little while, 11 minutes.
Okay, so it's an item called the Commander's Voice. So it has a couple of effects. You can cast command out of it, and you can cast dissonant whispers, and it also adds to your armor class. You would not be able to use it because you can't use heavy armor.
Oh, is it classed as heavy armor?
Yes.
Okay, no worries. Does anybody want that?
Give it to Jocelyn.
Okay.
I know I should have took heavy armor feat at 4th level.
Yeah. So it's called Commander's Voice, Jocelyn. So if you want to add that item in D&D Beyond.
Commander's Voice.
Commander's Voice, yeah. And then if you search the rest of the Warforged, you find the following. I'll just get it up. So there's no way out of this room, so there's only down to go. So if you went back down to the chest area, we found the chest with all the bits and pieces in. You can go down again. That goes back to that barracks chamber that was in the PowerPoint image. So the one with the beds in. So I'll just flick that up now. So that area there, you search that area, and you find that there are like storage drawers and chests under each of those beds, and within those you manage to round up 4 gems called azurites. They're 10 gold pieces each, a silver ewer, which is worth about 25 gold pieces, a box of 12 Star Rose quartz figurines of Warforged soldiers, so like a chess set, that's worth 250 gold pieces, a large rolled tapestry of Corvair, map of Corvair, worth 250 gold pieces, a painted gold mask of a Medusa, and when you hold it up to your face like a masquerade mask, that's on a little stick. When you hold it up to your face, the eyes glow blue. The gems in the eyes, they glow blue with a dim light out to 10 feet. You reckon that's worth about 500 gold pieces.
If I do identify on that as well, is that all it does?
That is all it does, yeah.
Right,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it's a visual magical effect rather than anything useful.
Mm-hmm. Dave, you write this all down, yeah? Kingsman?
Nope.
Okay, so you make your way back to Sharn on foot, taking with you the treasures you've found, the items you've collected. You head back to your accommodation at the Gallard Inn, where Jermaine Vilroy paid for your lodgings for the next several weeks. You report in the next day after a well-earned long rest to collect your 100 gold pieces pay for solving the mystery and rescuing Jermaine, for which he's very thankful. And then you can spend the next few days or weeks kicking back and taking some downtime. That is, in essence, the end of our Forgotten Relics adventure. You solved the mystery, you recovered the relics. There are obviously other things to head off and do. Try and discover what is in the chest, why Gara was so interested in them, where she was going with them. You can try and investigate the maps that you saw on the screen in the Warforged. What that meant. There's a docent to return.
Yes.
That is us for the time being at the end of Forgotten Relics. So we're going to take a bit of a break. Probably go and do something else for a little while. Dave and I have got some other games lined up, but this is not the end of your characters. They are still there for you to play. We're just going to take a little while off, as Dave says. While we're playing online, we're just doing these little, short campaigns, about 6 weeks or so, and then we'll pick these characters up at a later date and go on from level 5 onwards if you're up for it.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
But hopefully you enjoyed playing. Like I say, it's just a little starter adventure. Get you up to fourth level, in fact. I think it actually only supposed to take you up to 3rd level. We did do the bosun encounter as well. You've got some treasure. I'll put all that on WhatsApp as well, so you can sort out who's keeping what, and what money you've got, and then we can pick up again later in the year.
Cool. I enjoyed that.
Thanks, Steve.
Another little lockdown adventure.
So if there's anything you want to do with your characters in terms of downtime, shopping, that sort of stuff, just drop me a WhatsApp message and we can sort that out separately. And then when we do start up the characters again, it's all sorted at a time.
Cool. Nice one, Steve. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Enjoyed that.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry, it's a bit rushed at the end. I keep looking at the time and well, I've run over because I said I was going to finish about 11:30. So I'm 35 minutes late. So sorry for keeping you up.
That's okay. It's cool. It's cool.
I'm about to
Yeah.
you anyway.
All right.
I wonder if it's worth us telling the House to Caniff as well about the Warforged. Might get a finder's fee.
You might get a finder's fee. Yes, they're very rare. The only other one is in the image that I normally use for behind me. I've got
that one in the city.
The one in the city, yeah. And that which is in the morning. So yes, you probably will get quite a lot if you negotiate carefully.
Cool.
All right. So thank you very much. That was good. Good fight at the end. I didn't know how it was going to go.
Well, surprised we didn't get totally wiped out there.
Total wipeout.
It was like a decision: do I go straight in with doing Crown of Mantis, or to wait a few rounds? But you did a lot of damage with that one hit when you did the weapon mastery thing, the great weapon mastery. You take the -5, get the +10 damage. That made a big difference. But if you'd have done that a couple of rounds before, it might have gone differently. But that was good. That was good.
No, it was good. It was a good fight as well. Yeah.
And doing burning hands as well. They lost concentration. That was a lot of damage. That was max.
That was 2 lucky things there, because it was 1, he didn't make the saving throw, so it did the maximum damage, and then 2, he also broke his concentration on that spell, which was bloody handy.
Yeah.
So otherwise Riddick might have wiped us all out.
One at a time. One at a time.
You definitely could have one-shotted me.
Yeah. How many hit points did you have left?
16, I think, after the short rest we did.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you was going to go for a long rest, I have to say. I was surprised when you went for the short rest.
Yeah.
Well,
I think if
it was more time specific.
Yeah.
We were chasing someone.
I was just going to say I got the same impression. I thought it was time specific as well. If I had thought for a second that we weren't on a time schedule, then I would have said, yeah, let's do a long rest. Sort of thing. But I thought, oh no, whoever's got that chest is going to drag it away, open it, and it's all going to be gone.
Right.
You know.
All right. It was good.
Yeah, brilliant. Thanks so very much, Steve.
Cool, Steve. Thank you. Thank you everyone in Twitch for joining us. And if you're checking us out on YouTube, check out all our other little campaigns and stories.
Check us out.
Check us out, man.
Check us out.
Check us out.
Do us a favour, spread the word.
Right.
I guess all we've got to do now is say goodbye.
Yeah.
Or
Farewell.
farewell. Yeah. Snap. You can have the letter in the post.
Yeah, so I don't know when we're starting again. Dave and I are supposed to be playing the game, if it happens. If not, I don't know what we're doing, but probably take a couple of weeks off, whatever happens anyway. Because we've got Avernus Rising and The Road as well going on. So we might end up swapping Fridays around or something. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, actually, in terms of The Road, we've got 2 sessions on that. So if the space was available, we could do 2 sessions in a row. If everyone's free.
Yeah, it should be.
Yep.
That gets that
Cool.
one done and out of the way, and then it's just Avernus Rising, and then I'll be planning my start of my big summer campaign, which will be a weekly campaign.
What date will that be? Let me know if you need any players.
I've been promoting it. You've just got to get on that list. It's a weekly though. It'll probably be I think we've agreed a Thursday night. But yeah, get in it. It's a weekly.
I'll check it out. Check it out.
Cool. So I'll chat to you offline about it if you want.
Yeah, do.
Give me a shout out if you do.
Cool. Right.
All right.
Bye.
Right. Goodbye, everybody.
All right. See ya.
Bye.